So I was thinking, I got a Fortune's Favor I can cast on somebody now. They got these pearls. Whoever's going to need a little reroll. I'm thinking maybe Martinique, because either it's going to be the sex appeal or it's going to be the fighting. But maybe I should just hold off. It's only got an hour duration.
So I was going to ask, can I? How's my horse doing that I bought and like haven't really done much
I'm
with?
assuming it's just at the stables, happily munching hay at the inn. So,
okay.
Ooh, cool, man.
livery services are one of the things that you can.
That is a cool map. Roadwork guy's still here.
Oh yeah, you guys wander up to the Body Maid, and outside you see Grady Bryan is out here fixing a pothole.
Oh, he finally got that work ticket, huh?
Yeah, Grady's like, I finally got a valid work order here. Oh, how you guys doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Heard you got arrested.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Seems like the kind of thing that would not be exciting so much as shitty. But did you get fucked in prison? I mean, you did, and he looks at Martinique and gives him a wink.
You know, I gave as good as I got. But,
I mean, did you get fucked, or did you do the fucking?
Why not both, eh? Yeah.
We've got a crack lawyer on our team, so we were in no trouble.
Well, it's always
Excuse
good.
me, I think that's how we got into jail.
Tink is not wrong.
Easy come, easy go. You know, it's the yin and the yang of being a lawyer.
So what are you guys doing here?
Sometimes you are full of shit.
I mean, I'm fixing this hole. What are you guys doing? Oh shit! You're not gonna burn the bod. You can't. Okay, hold on a minute. He takes you guys aside over here by this bush. He's like, "Okay, don't tell the missus, but I gotta say, you guys do not destroy this inn. This is one of, I know how things tend to go wrong in your presence, and I'm begging you, as a humble public servant who just out here fixing holes, please don't burn this place down. It's all some of us got, man. My wife is a shrew. This is the one place I can go at. I mean, there's a reason I'm fixing this hole for free.
I love the symmetry that the guys out there fixing holes in a place where holes are fixed.
The holes are filled. Yeah. So I was gonna just like inquire if you fix a lot of spots. Is there anything interesting about this building? Is there like tunnels underneath?
Familiar. So
it sure would be a shame if your wife
make a persuasion roll, Bardatos.
21.
Okay, all right. Well, so just between, and he pulls you aside from the rest of the group. And he's like, okay, just between you and me. I mean, the Body Maid is not just a bar; it's a brothel. But you know, all the, shall we say, elite services are downstairs in the VIP room. So please, seriously, you guys cannot burn this place down. But if you're looking for a good time, and let me tell you, the ladies here, and the fellas too, they fucking know how to show you a good time. Like my wife, it's day to night. Like the ladies here and my wife are days to night. Not to say, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say not to say anything bad about my wife, but she's a bad fuck. The ladies here, though, they know how to throw down, but that's all downstairs.
Just like a starfish, yeah.
I'm married to Prude, so, you know, I'm married for money, and it turns out that what I thought was money isn't actually money. I'm a dumb man. I've made bad mistakes, but this is the one place I can go for a little bit of joy. Please don't take this away from me.
Do I know enough from, like, performing and traveling around, like, how I would generally sort of, like, discreetly inquire about
this ain't the first subtle Barda. This is not the first subtle brothel that Bardatos has been to. Yeah, you know how to handle yourself.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, in begging us not to burn it down, he's pretty much guaranteed that's how it's going to end up.
So can somebody like Bardatos like disguise me, because my legal authority ability says that basically people know that I'm a lawyer, I'm associated with.
You're a little out of your jurisdiction, so not really anybody's going to recognize you here, Betty.
Okay.
If you were in Dragonmyrth, that would probably apply.
Suspicion.
Yeah, when you walk in here, people aren't going to go, "Fuck, it's the heat." They're just going to be
it's
like,
a raid.
It's a rich attorney from out of town. Well, I know why that guy's here. He's looking for some action.
Right. It's going to be pretty common.
You're just another customer here. Oh, he came here to
sure.
Zenobia so that he doesn't get ratted out in his hometown where people might recognize him. This is the equivalent of, Newt Gingrich going to the Philippines to visit some sex workers. Be like, I can't do this in my home country because then they find out. And I'll get
Hopefully not
divorced
quite
again.
the equivalent of that. But
Well, yeah, except yours are probably of age, and Newt Gingrich is probably
Yeah.
he's hanging out with Matt Gaetz.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so before we go in, though, I will cast Fortune's Favor on Martinique, since I think that makes the most sense. I imagine Martinique's gonna have to make some sort of check, either violent or non-violent, and I feel like being able to re-roll that sometime in the next hour will be helpful. So,
Okay.
given that it takes me a minute to cast it, to do it before we walk in. So just remember, you can dismiss that on yourself to re-roll basically any d20 that you roll or is rolled against you. Pretty
Got it.
much.
Okay.
So Fortune's Favor is cast
only
on
once
Marnie.
within the next hour. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Grady is like, anyway, good luck, guys. I got to go back to filling this hole because if I'm done here, I can go fill a different hole. And you know what? Anyway, you get it. He goes over and goes back to fixing this hole.
Yeah. Bartos is gonna give him a little wink, like I got you, and go inside.
All right, so let me. I was gonna say put yourselves where you want to
wait,
be,
hold
but
on.
I should
Before we
probably
go in-
put you on the map first.
Yeah, before we go in, are we just gonna pretend to be customers? Are we checking it out? Or are we just going balls to the wall? Like, what's our entry strat?
I think the customers go balls to the
Oh,
I'm
hey-o.
gonna go to the bar.
You're gonna what? Because I was about to ask what Alex was gonna do.
Not all the
because-
customers
wait.
have balls either. There, Clock Tower, you sexist.
As I'm walking in, I'm gonna make myself look more like the normal bard instead of the fancy dress suit.
Oh, you don't want to be
twin?
twinsies with Biddy anymore? Aw.
No.
All right. You can. The Hat of Disguise lets you clothe yourself in effectively whatever you'd like to be wearing. So you look however you wish to look, and like whomever you wish to look. So you can walk in like Robert Downey Jr. in an Iron Man suit if you want to.
Are there any semi-private seating areas?
So you guys are outside. You don't know what it's like inside, having never been to the Body Made before. You'd have to go in before you could look around a bit.
I mean, what about the people going in? Is this looking like we're going to enter into the Mos Eisley
You have seen
cantina, or
people,
what?
as you've been standing out here, and Bartatos had his quiet conversation with Grady. You've seen people coming in and coming out. They look to be in various states of soberness and intoxication, and some of them seem to be adjusting clothing slightly as though they'd been recently,
And different, and obviously all the different races of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of, you've so far you've seen walk out some humans, a couple elves, there was a Zenobian or two, you also saw an orc.
Okay. No.
It seems to be
turtles?
a pretty cosmopolitan place. Turtles are pretty uncommon, especially in this part of Dragonmyrth. You have seen no turtles. In fact, you haven't seen another turtle since you've been in Zenobia.
It'll all be about turtles. Aren't turtles long-lived?
Not especially.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Not
They
in
live-
this game. Not in this game.
I think they live like 150 years.
Yeah, I suppose we should all go in and let let's say Martinique and Bartatos, our more charismatic characters, sort of
Okay.
do the entree. That would be my
So
suggestion.
put yourselves where you want to be.
The rest of us sit at the bar. or
You guys
something
walk
like
in,
that.
put
That's
yourself
what
where.
we do,
This
at
is the
least.
bar back here. There's also a round bar back. So there's like a round bar here. Nobody appears to be staffing it. Hold on, I forgot to add staff. There are
I'm just gonna go to
two
the bar
very
and be
attractive.
inconspicuous.
There are two very attractive ladies who are working the center bar. There's also a back bar. This bar is mostly like beers and wine. This bar back here, they're doing what do they call it? Flair bartending. The two ladies, one of these ladies is actually just sitting on a chair at the back, sort of watching everything. She doesn't appear to be working. These two gals are doing like flair bartending, and they're making fancy cocktails with like fire and shit on them.
Are these games tables over here?
These are, but they are currently there's only one. There's some orcs over here playing poker. The other ones are unattended. These are just, there's food and whatnot. And these are just people drinking.
Okay.
There are waitresses, several waitresses bustling about. The place is pretty busy, so. You wander in, nobody pays any attention to you. You have, Slex, Bartatos, when you guys walk up to the bar, the two ladies are like, "Oh, hey, handsome fella, what can I get you?"
I'll have a lager.
You got it. She goes over and pulls a nice draft beer and slaps it down in front of you. How about you, big fella? She's looking at you, Slex.
I don't know.
House wine.
Uh,
Got
wh-
it. She
yeah,
goes
well,
and
we usually
She goes and brings you a glass of light, like a nice, refreshing, crisp white wine.
I will taste it, I guess.
It's good.
Slexy is
Hints of summer flavors, a little coriander you can pick up from it. Like subtle but nice. Also, it's like just nice sweet summer wine. Tink, where are you?
So,
Yeah, where am I?
Outside,
Right here.
apparently.
Oh, actually, I was looking for my character.
Tink's out hanging out with Grady. Man, you're doing a good job filling. Doing quite a job filling that hole. Have you any holes in your teeth? I'll fill those.
Well, it's good to see an honest man doing an honest day's work.
Well, I ain't exactly doing honest work, so. Anyway, put yourself where
yes,
you'd like to be, Tink.
Yeah, I'll just go straight.
Everybody's
Are there
always
guards on the door?
There are no guards anywhere. You don't see anything that looks like a bouncer.
Oh,
That's
Interesting.
unusual. Mind you,
Though
what time of
you
day
do
is it?
see these four large stone objects. Seem unusual-ish, but they're just like stone plinths. So,
Have they got writing on them?
nope, they are completely featureless. They are just smooth gray stone obelisks.
I would like. May I? Well, I wait to be served.
As soon as you step up to the bar, one of the barmaids bustles over. She's like, "Hey there, Turtle Man, what's up?
May I have an iced water, please?
Do we serve water in this bar?" And another one, all of the barmaids then rush over and they start throwing stuff at you. They are hurling various and sundry spirituous beverages at you. They're like pulling down the tap and spraying you with beer. They start dancing on the bar. We don't serve water in this bar. Woo! Party, ladies! And then they start doing it's like an impromptu strip show after he's been hosed
I walk
down in the
out.
bar. Okay. So things are getting a little rowdy now that Tink said the magic words and got sprayed down, and the people are clapping, and the barmaids are doing like an impromptu dance number on the bar.
Oh my god.
I'm
They're
take
taking
my
off some of
wine
their
and
clothes.
step over this way.
They're
Marty's
starting
got
to
a
get a little
second
more
meal ready.
scantily clad. One of them does a shot out of another one's navel. They start spraying each other with spritzer. It's getting a little bawdy.
This is Coyote Ugly.
When that happens, the lady in the back goes, "Oh." It's the first time you've seen her move or any reaction she makes. She like makes a sort of disgusted sound and rolls her eyes. And then she whispers over to this one, "Clean this up." And she's like, "Yes, ma'am." And then this lady disappears and goes into the back.
After my brief visit, how many people were in there?
I mean,
Roughly?
the place is pretty crowded.
50,
People are coming
20?
and going. Several dozen. The place. I mean, it's not that huge, but yeah, there's probably like 25, 30 people in here.
Mhm.
They would not waste beer spraying someone. You don't tell people how to run their bar, PJ.
So, do you?
There's still a
do you
dance
folks
number
ever
going on.
have
It looks
the-
like this is going to be like 2 or 3 songs. So this is kind of a thing.
Oh.
The people in the crowd are like clapping and cheering and whatnot.
Okay. I guess I would like I'd probably grab my logger and sort of like walk around casing the joint, seeing if anything like interesting sort of stands out.
Okay, make an investigation roll. After a couple minutes, this lady comes back and returns to her flair bartending, and there are a couple other,
I got 11.
3 other servants come out with mops and start sweeping up the floor. Like they start cleaning up the spilled beer and the stuff that's getting sprayed. But everybody else is still watching the dance number, which is still going on.
Is there a water trough
What is-
outside, like fresh water, or
There's a
pump
horse trough.
outside?
yeah.
Is there a pump? Is there a water pump or anything like
There
that?
is a horse trough and a pump, yes.
Yeah, great.
Bartatos, what'd you
I
get in your
cleaned myself
investigation
off.
roll?
11.
Okay. I mean, just looks like people are partying and having a good time. It's a little bit raucous, but you don't see anything, nothing strikes you as unusual.
Okay.
Can I do it like an investigation or arcana check on these stone obelisks?
Make an
Whatever.
arcana roll if you're trying to
Beaver.
identify those, yeah.
Yeah. That was not very good. I got a 9.
They seem faintly magical, but like that's the fact that you're pretty sure they have some kind of magic, but you don't necessarily know what it is they do, or it doesn't seem especially powerful. They just a very faint magic radiates from them. Doesn't seem threatening either, though. It's just sort of there humming.
To suggest to my friend Galapagos that maybe he should take a look at these, see if he can figure anything out.
I suggest you come outside.
Yeah,
to
he's
tell me
outside
that.
drinking from a horse trough at the moment.
I'll
I
walk
did
out.
not. I did not say
I'll
that.
talk to the horse trough guy here.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing? Just enjoying your drink and watching the show?
I was gonna sort of meander back to the back bar and ask about like employment. Like, are you hiring musicians or whatever? Just because that's a normal thing a bard would do.
Okay.
Be like, hey, you guys
All
hiring?
right, so you wander back to the back, and you show them your... Oh, sorry, I moved Martinique. I'm sorry, Martinique. I've kidnapped you.
Martinique could come too, but like,
All right, you wander back, and said when you broach the subject with, she's like, "Hey, man, I just served the drinks. If you wanna, if you want a flaming mai tai, talk to me. If you wanna talk, if you want a busk, talk to her." And she pulls a thumb over her shoulder at the lady who's sitting back there. That lady has barely moved, by the way. The whole time you've been in here, except for the part where she looked disgusted and told him to get a mop, she hasn't moved. You don't even not even blinked.
does she resemble that like the fragile or whatever we had?
No, she is
I thought-
tall, vaguely olive skinned. She's strikingly beautiful. I mean, if you look at the model, that's pretty much, she looks exactly like she looks on the table. That's what she looks like, and that's how she's dressed. You may want to zoom in.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering if this is Manalia.
Probably. Since
Given the deference to her and the fact that we know that she's like the
owner.
owner,
You can make a history
proprietor.
roll if you want to try and see if you recognize her.
Yeah.
It's a minor local celebrity. You might recognize her.
22.
You're pretty sure that is in fact Donaldo's wife, yeah.
Okay. So then I'm just going to kind of saddle over and try to like politely gesture to get her attention.
What did you want?
Hello. I was, I'm a traveling bard, and I was doing the rounds and wanted to see if you needed a musician or an entertainer.
What instruments did you play?
Well,
Don't
Don't
mention
say
it.
it.
I have a lute. And
Yes, you all have a lute. Did you have anything else?
Bardatos also sort of gestures to like some bagpipes that are still like in like a pouch.
No, baby, you can't play those here. Those make an unpleasant sound.
And I have a pan flute.
Ooh, the pan flute. I know. Okay, man, play for me. Play me a tune,
Alright,
bud.
let's do it.
A little Zamfir. Oh man, hold on a second. I gotta do this. I normally don't do this kind of thing, but I gotta do it. I gotta find it. Hold on.
This beachfront verbo is about.
Don't ignore that. We're gonna get a little Zamfir. All right, so you're playing some pan flute.
Yep. I rolled for performance and I got a 16.
Okay. So we're getting some of this. You guys can't hear it. I just realized you guys can't hear that unless you're watching the stream. So you start doing some pan fluting. And she seems interested. Oh, it reminds me of my home. This is nice. You can play for me, bud. Go for and play. Go. And she shoos you away from the bar. Go out and play for
I'm
the
just gonna
people.
go.
They will like this. You are good. So she motions you out
Bardatos
here.
is gonna- is it-
There isn't really a stage, but there's like a. If you come over here, there's like a little stool on a raised area. You could sit, yeah, like right there, and begin pan fluting. Be in a square though. There you go. All right, so you begin zamfiring away.
I'll just put like a little
these
like
ladies have
tip
returned
jar
behind the
coin
bar.
pouch thing down in case.
You don't. That's not really had. You don't. You that would be uncouth.
Oh, okay.
So you're playing for like free drinks, and you'll be recompensed by the establishment, not by the patrons. So the ladies in their show, when Bardatos starts pan fluting, and everybody turns and they begin to like sort of pay attention to the pan flute. Bardatos is putting on a nice pan flute performance, and these gals disappear back into the back now that they have cleaned up the mess.
speaking of cleaning up the mess, I sort of using fresh water from the pump. I sort of shake it off, and then I ask Marmaduke what he wanted me to do.
Marmaduke.
Yes.
Tiberius.
How did you get Marmaduke from Tiberius?
I don't know. I got
It's an
fixated
old
on
nickname.
I got fixated on Montague earlier, and I still haven't quite shaken it. But there we go.
Are you a cartoon dog?
I'll take a little drink from the horse trough as well, just to show solidarity and hydrate
Hey!
myself.
Yeah, I made that clear. I wasn't drinking from the horse trough.
Okay, so the water is, water. It's not as good as the drink that you got inside.
I'm not too good to drink. I'm not too good to drink out of a horse trough with my friend here. Now, I noticed these pillars inside. They look a little funny. I was wondering if maybe you ought to take a look. My arcana is not really up on stone pillars, but you're.
Well, mine is my knowledge of such things is less than yours.
Okay,
but...
so all right, so you guys are outside. You're chatting. Do you want to come in and take a look? All right, you guys are headed back in, and as soon as you walk in the door, hold on a second, stop for me. You guys walk back in. Bartatas, you're pan-fluting, but over here, there are a couple of these orcs are like, "Hey, fucking, you suck! Boo!"
Oh no!
They start heckling. The pan flute is crap. Get this guy out of here. They start throwing tankards as well.
I walk up to the bar and order 2 waters for those suckers.
All right. Well, they're not gonna. You don't want to order water. So
Okay.
Bartatas,
I mean, I'll pay.
You're being heckled.
I mean, this is not new to him.
Yeah, he plays the bagpipes.
Good point. Okay, so you're just gonna power through it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
All right. Well, these guys over here are like, "Hey, this fluting's all right. You guys shut up. You're being assholes." Oh, I don't like the way this is going, baby. Maybe you should stop with the fluting. Oh yeah. Okay. So these guys these guys start yelling insults back and forth, and it's not long before they come over in a cluster, and racial epithets begin being hurled.
Ooh, I got
forth.
something for this.
You guys are just a bunch of dirty, filthy orcs. You wouldn't know good music if you heard it. Oh yeah, you pansy lily-livered pussy. Come on, what are you gonna do? Take a swing at me. And the barmaid is stepping up.
Just a second. Gotta find it.
I think we're about to find out what these stone things do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of like slowly fade out.
You need to stop playing the flute, baby.
Like...
Stop with the fluting. You need to stop with the fluting.
So
your patrons start getting rowdy. This is. Hey, all of you. Hey, she steps out. She's like, "Don't make me call Smelly Anne. You guys know what will happen if I have to get Smelly Anne here to break things up. Nobody likes her. You don't want me to have to get her." And they're like, "Oh, they're sort of rabble, still yelling at each other." But after a minute, they return quietly to their tables. That's right, baby. Smelly Anne, she will always solve every problem. Okay. And these guys come back to their tables. They all look pissed off. She's like, "Free drinks for both of you for being polite and making things go back to being nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, baby." And then the waitresses come over and start bringing these guys free rounds of beer. "You should probably go away, Mr. Bartman. I like your flute, though."
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of nod and just sort of like step down.
Go talk to Jennifer at the bar. She will give you something for your trouble. She points at this lady.
Thank you. And I'll just kind of walk over and talk to her at the bar.
She's like, "Oh, here you go." She hands you 10 gold. I like your flute, but those orcs, they don't like. They tend to not like the higher refined things in life. They're not like us people. You get a subtle impression that she's kind of racist. Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else like I can sort of like glean about her besides that she's racist against orcs?
She is a human. She's very attractive, and also seems to be kind of racist. Make a perception check for me.
So 15.
You notice that she has like a purse that's tucked under in what like her own little cubby, and in there with her little satchel or bag is a red meta hat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just traveling through town, and it's awful what's happening. I'm gonna go ahead and try to basically kind of like try to hint at, oh yeah, I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've been traveling. It's terrible. Like,
Okay,
I'm basically trying to butter her up to
gotcha.
ask like what's.
So you
what's
started engaging in conversation with her, and in between delivering drinks to the other people at the bar, she's actually enraptured by your conversation, and she keeps coming back over to you, and she is spinning wild lunatic conspiracy theories about how the Zenobians are trying to take over the world, and how there's a secret cabal of people who are using tuna sandwiches to influence public opinion and try and overthrow Zenobia and the Zenobian government, and that only Baron Donaldo can save us from the secret sandwich mafia. And also that they're actually not using tuna fish in the tuna melt sandwiches. The actual tuna is Sahuagin that they've been torturing to death because it makes them more delicious, and then they're using it to extract their fish oil, and that's what makes the sandwiches so good.
That sounds too well prepared to be a lie.
Make an insight check.
Oh, I'm nowhere near.
You can try and eavesdrop. If you're trying to eavesdrop, you can make a perception roll to see or make an insight roll rather to see whether you think she's telling, or at least whether she believes what she's saying.
Sure. If I'm close enough to eavesdrop.
Yeah, you can hear.
Where's my dice?
If you're making an effort.
20.
Okay, yeah, you overhear it, and she seems like she is an earnest believer of everything she says.
Doesn't mean it's true, but
Biddy, you and Tink also make a perception roll for me.
I'm just sitting in the back here observing.
I think I got a 12.
Okay, that's better than your passive, is it? Your passive or whatever you rolled, whichever is better.
18.
Okay, so you notice that this other barmaid is nodding along whenever this lady makes it. She's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. You can tell she also seems to be on the crazy train a little bit.
Can I sort of whisper to Bardatos, hey, these two barmaids seem like they like Donaldo, but doesn't Millennia or whatever her name is hate Donaldo? Maybe there's some tension here we could exploit.
Minalia?
Isn't she his wife?
So you know for a fact that Cotton was convinced that she was his wife, yes. And also Cotton mentioned that she didn't seem to like Donaldo much. While this lady steps over to serve someone else a drink, you slip over and say whatever you want to Bardatos. You've got a minute before she comes back. She's gone over to pour some drinks.
Yeah, I just want to point that out, that maybe there's some sort of tension here. Maybe not. Maybe not. But maybe they resent their employer, or maybe the employer resents them, or who knows.
I think, but didn't Bernice say that they all hate each other?
She did say that, yes.
Yeah.
Or at a minimum, she expressed that Everina does not like Donaldo, and Everina does not like Minalia, and Minalia does not like Everina, and Minalia also doesn't like Donaldo. Nobody seems to know how Donaldo feels about either of those other two parties.
Maybe you don't have to come out and say it like this, but you could kind of hint like, hey, Minalia has something that Donaldo wants and she won't give it to him. I wonder if you could help us find. Not literally say it like that, but you get what I'm saying. Like maybe there's some tension we can exploit here.
Meanwhile,
what's Martin?
Sorry,
my inquiry.
I was going to say she spent 400 GP already.
Marnique is she's
completely sloshed, telling the enemy our plans.
No, I meant off in a private room.
Yeah, what are you doing, Martinique? You've just been quietly enjoying your beverage?
Sonyu has stepped out, so canonically we could say that she's gone to a private bedroom or something.
Well, so that's one thing you guys have noticed, that for a place that's a brothel, you don't see any people who are obviously sex workers. So unless she's alone in one of the, like, if she went to get a room at the inn, because they do actually offer.
Perfect timing. They just started asking about you.
Okay, sorry.
What have you
Yeah.
been doing here, Martinique?
I've been watching
Just quietly enjoying your beverage?
Well, partially watching the dancing, and then B, just keeping an eye on the general.
So do me a favor then and make an investigation roll for me, because actually
Okay.
this is also sort of your forte.
It
Bartatos might have noticed this, but he's been in a engrossing conversation with a lunatic. So,
unfortunately, that was only an 11.
well, that's good enough. You don't see any sex workers anywhere in here. There seems to be a surprising lack of working men and women for what is purportedly a brothel. Like, you don't see anything that suggests anybody is doing anything here other than like drinking, partying, and gambling.
Huh. Okay.
But having been in a brothel or two in your day, this does not seem like a brothel to you. Like, it doesn't.
This just seems like a bar.
Yes,
like a pub.
very. Yes, it's very much like a high-end Tony pub. You don't see anything like you haven't seen anybody slip off into a room or anything. So
Okay. And the guy up front mentioned that like downstairs was where like the
if Biddy shared that with you, yes, you know that
oh
Grady
right, yeah,
did
that was
mention that. I don't know whether Biddy had a minute to tell you that or not. Biddy, did you?
Yeah, I'm sort of going around just sharing whatever we've been able to glean. Like, hey, these pillars seem like they're magical.
So at some
somehow,
point, let's
and,
assume Biddy has
you know,
filled you in, so you know that the actual brothel is is downstairs.
Okay, but I haven't seen anything that looks like it goes to downstairs.
This lady went down a set of stairs a minute ago when she went back to get and she brought some other women up who cleaned up the floor, and then those women went back downstairs. So there very clearly is a downstairs, yeah.
Okay.
And the other thing I want to share, by the way, with you, Martinique, when I think you had stepped out, is a lot of these barmaids seem to be meta people like pro Donaldo, but we think that Manalia has a problem with Donaldo. So if you get into a situation where you can exploit that somehow, like maybe think about that, like hey, your boss stole something that Donaldo wants, help us find it, we'll bring it to Donaldo, or I don't know, maybe not literally like that.
Oh, like employees versus.
That's my thought process. At least the employees seem like maybe there's some tension with their boss. At least that maybe not. Maybe they don't know that she hates Donaldo. But anyway,
Okay.
If we need a distraction as well, we could always try and get these two groups over here to start fighting.
They're still periodically giving each other the stink eye. So I mean, that's
yeah.
Like they're still occasionally hurling some very mild epithets back and forth.
Getting other people into a bar fight seems better than us getting our own bar fight started as far as distractions go.
Exactly.
If we can make that happen.
Well, apparently just play the flute and the fight will follow. So if we ever need a bar fight, we know who to call.
I mean, you could play the bagpipes. That'd probably get you killed.
I
does
think
everyone
that
keep
would
music
definitely lead to the place being burnt down.
They would all unite against us, unfortunately. It needs to be more divisive in the bagpipes.
I imagine the guy outside bagpipes start.
Biddy makes a
playing.
good point. You play the bagpipes, everybody hates you.
Yeah, we want to pit them against each other.
It
not
only
unite.
starts a fight until you're rendered unconscious.
Okay.
Do we need to? Why do we need a distraction? Is there, if there is a private room? Is there a private bar? Or can we get access to that?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
presumably.
Did you
that was gonna be
ask?
sort of my next line of inquiry. I was going to ask about what she thought of like the boss, and then like sort of do the like I'm in the know like feeling out of like so downstairs kind of thing.
Make a deception roll for me if you're trying to try and intimate that you
You're getting
are
it.
in fact a member of her particular conspiracy flavor.
23.
Okay. So you suggest that everything she said is right on, and that you also have in fact seen the Fishman extraction facilities, and suddenly she is completely enraptured by your story.
Okay. And I was going to ask her like what's up with her boss like.
Manalia? I mean,
like
she's Donaldo's
yeah.
wife, and she's one of the crusaders against everything that's wrong with our society. Also, look at her. She's just a magnificent specimen of a human. God, I wish I had her hips.
Hmm.
Look at those
Can hear
lips.
the cogs turning.
So luscious.
Uh,
Anyway, you were
See,
telling
like,
me more
I'd be
about the
su-
Fishman extraction. Do they just suck the
Uh,
juice right out of their slit throats, or how do they get it?
It's a very disturbing story. It's horrible. The kinds of things that that are.
Do you mind if I take notes for my podcast? She pulls out a a notepad and starts jotting down notes.
Well, so we can circle back to that. What I was wondering is, if I was looking for some company, where would I find someone?
Oh, you should probably go talk to Manalia if you're in that market. She suddenly seems vastly less interested in you, actually, like sort of off-put by the fact that you're here for potentially engaging the services of a sex worker. She seems very much less interested in you now. She's like sort of pissed. It's like, oh, you should talk to Manalia, and then I've got other customers, and then she walks off.
Maybe ask about Smelly Anne. Also, maybe backtrack the whole trying to hire a prostitute thing.
Well, I was sort of trying to like do the feel out like what's going on, but it sounds like she says
maybe she's a prude.
Yeah, it could be. She could be one of those modest is sexy people. I don't know.
I guess she doesn't work the front of house and back of house. She's strictly a front of house worker, apparently.
She got a little snotty when you mentioned potentially being interested in a sex worker. A little uppity. You got a whiff of Karen from her.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, she probably wanted Bartatos, but if you promised to appear on her conspiracy.
When she walked away, you saw her tear off the page of her notebook and crumple it up and chuck it in the trash.
Her podcast notes.
Yep, she crumpled it up and threw it in the trash.
Oh. I'd say that rich seam has been mined.
Yeah.
What are those orcs look like in the corner?
They look like adventurers, actually. Looks like a group of adventurers who are here spending some hard-earned gold. Do you want to go talk to them?
Yeah, I'll go talk to them.
All right, you wander over and talk to the orcs. Like, hey, how's it going? You look like a tough guy. What's up?
I'll just, enter into small talk. I'll be like, so you guys look like adventurers. What are you doing in the area?
Caravan garden. We're just fresh in off the road, got some jingle in our jeans, looking to spend it. And then there's a female orc that's just to your left who sleeps over to you and sort of, she's like, yeah, speaking of jingling jeans, you wanna, big guy, you're a little cute there, fella. How you doing?
I'm looking very embarrassed.
Big fella like you seems like he'd know his way around big stuff. Am I right?
Well, you'd be surprised. I haven't been adventuring that long.
I just may be.
I'm gonna miss every obvious hint.
I got it. Okay, so she's flirting with you, and you're deliberately, but
not even deliberately, just I'm unaware.
I got it. You're being deliberately oblivious. So. Because she's not being subtle. You guys chat for a minute. They are a group of adventurers who just recently came in from over in the east in the Mountains of Madness. They were guarding their story is pretty similar to what yours was on the way in, although you get the idea that they were in a much larger caravan with lots more adventurers, and they're considerably less experienced than you guys are.
Okay.
They don't seem to have, for instance, they're not carrying a lot of magic equipment or gear. One of them has what you can tell is probably a magic sword, but only one of them. The rest of them just regular arms and armor.
Okay.
Just some low-level adventurers spending some of their loot.
Okay, I'll hang out with them for a little bit and just.
All right, they buy you some beers and you guys bullshit. You tell them about the 2 trolls. You tell them about your troll adventure, and they're absolutely enraptured by the Nib and Nob to the tale of Nib and Nob, and how you actually managed to how you got away without having to fight them. They're like, oh man, they're hero worshiping you a little bit.
Fornicate.
Yeah,
so they're pretty impressed.
Okay. I'm gonna ask them, have they done this very often? Are they?
They are.
Or do they know the city well? Or
this is their first trip to Zenobia. They've never been here before. They think the place is weird because there's so many fucking undead running around that you're not allowed to kill. It makes them real uncomfortable. But
Yeah, I'm a nod knowingly to that.
they also don't understand what's up with all of the racism. They're like, this place is super racist.
Yeah, it's my first time here too. It's very weird.
They mentioned that they've had some run-ins with some meta hats and got into a bar fight at a seedier bar before they came here.
Okay, I'll just like talk to them for a little bit.
That's fine. You chat for a bit. That's gonna take a bit. What's everybody else doing while Slex is chatting with his orc friends? Bardatos is heading over to talk to Manalia.
Yep.
What are you saying? Because she's just sitting, like, unless you talk to her or speak to her, she just sits there basically motionless. She looks unspeakably bored.
So I'm gonna sort of do the like.
Oh, it's yes, baby, you're back again. What do you want now, baby? Don't play the flute again. Although I liked it.
I'm gonna sort of give like an appreciative like nod for the I liked it. So my friend outside suggested we could find some company here.
Oh, yes, baby.
And,
you know, I see that you know things. Yes, so yeah. If you are feeling lonely there, we can I can make you be less lonely, baby. Did you have a type? Did you want them to pee? It's not my flavor, but we have some people.
I go back outside.
It's not my flavor, but we have some people who like that. I know, and you seem like the sort. Don't no offense.
So I would look something. I would look for one more, like maybe like kind of the vulnerable adopted daughter that I would leave my wife for.
Hold on a minute. You know, I don't necessarily like what you are implying, baby. What are you saying? I feel attacked.
I just have. No,
I think he's talking more about Woody Allen than Melania.
Yeah, but the thing is it applies in both directions.
It's everywhere.
It sort of does, yeah.
Oh god, that was way more.
Bardatos looks confused, like he I'm gonna give a look like I genuinely have no idea why you're upset. Like I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, do you have a type, baby? What did you? I mean, maybe
so
something
like,
else.
I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know, black hair. Bardatos sort of like does like the mime of an hourglass. I don't know.
Okay.
I basically wanted. I'm just sort of like trying to like get something generic so I can get like into the backside and like snoop around.
Well,
like, he's not like being super.
Okay, baby, I see what you want. We could probably accommodate you. Did you got this money? She makes a little cash motion with the wiggle fingers cash thing. I need to see the glint of the coin. I want to see the gold. I need to see the flash of your coin, baby.
So I'm just gonna like kind of gesture to like a purse. I presumably have like gems in a coin purse.
How much gold do you have?
I have 1,000. I have like 1,500 gold in gems.
Okay. So you pull out. What's your biggest gem?
I think I have a 500.
Okay. So you pull out a 500 gold piece gem and show it to her, and she's like, "Okay, baby, you got the goods. All right then. You go over there and you talk to you better go talk to Claire in the corner there, and she will get you what you want."
Okay, which one's Claire?
She's not on the map yet, but Manalia points to this corner over here, which is a little dark and shadowy.
Seems creeper. Drops woman in underwear token on the board.
It's a nice dress.
Her booty is like out and everything.
It's a nice dress.
So you come over into the corner and you didn't notice her before because she's basically been concealed in the shadows, but there's a gal over here. And,
Just a woman kept in the corner.
I mean, she's not been hiding. It's just for some reason none of you really noticed that she was there.
I'm gonna kind of just like move over this way and keep an ear out for Perfidious in case something weird goes down. But I'm just hanging out over here. I'm not pretending to pay attention or anything.
Are you eavesdropping?
Yes.
Make a deception roll for me.
Okay. 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay. So you're trying to be nonchalantly eavesdropping. Perfidious, what are you doing there? This gal's just sitting in the corner when you walk up. She's like, yeah.
So, hello. I was told. I was hoping to see downstairs.
You a cop?
You have to tell me if you're a cop. There we
go. So are you asking me if I'm a cop?
I just asked you if you're a cop. Yes. Are you a cop? You have to tell me if you're a cop.
No, I'm not a cop. Just like deadpanned, not a cop.
I'm gonna need to pat you down. Something about you seems fishy. I think you're a cop. You smell like a cop.
I mean,
are you gonna let her?
I don't have anything.
Push your junk forward.
I'm going to just I'm gonna make sure I hold on to like my valuables and sure.
Okay, so what are you carrying on your person? Just out of curiosity.
On my back, I've got my shield. I've got my like rapier that's always like on my hip, and then I've got like my bag with like the instruments and my like coins or my money.
Okay, she pats you down. She's like, "All right, I guess maybe you're not a cop, but you can't bring weapons. No weapons allowed. You can't hurt the girls. Also, you didn't tell me what your flavor was. You're weird. I don't like you." You're into weird stuff, aren't you? Are you one of those pee on me? Do you want? Am I gonna have to get the pee girl?
I'm gonna look offended.
Definitely the pee thing. All right. She turns behind her and she's like, "Tell Barbara to drink some water."
Fantastic. Yeah. So
just what I wanted.
I guess I could just get.
There's a small chest here. There's a small chest here where you are obviously intended to place any of your armor and weapons, or like so your shield and sword. You're gonna have to leave in that box if you want to go with her. Like you can come downstairs. Barbara's getting ready, but you're gonna have to. That stuff stays here.
Can I do like a little like snap or something to get to make sure Martinique like sees me like put them in there, like,
recognize the fact that she is eavesdropping on you, and also you notice that this lady has noticed that Martinique is eavesdropping on you.
Ah, but my roll was so good.
She's good at telling when people are lying because she's a sex worker.
Fine.
All her points are in charisma
right.
and dex.
So then I mean like
in fact the when you came over and started eavesdropping is when she started wondering about the suspicion in the cop thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I guess like I'm just going to I'm gonna do the usual like eval like try to like get a read from her. Like she's scantily clad, so she's not like she doesn't have like secret weapons or anything like hidden.
She is very clearly not concealing anything. No, not even all of her naughty bits. So
okay,
she does not seem like she has any concealed weaponry unless she's concealing it in a very uncomfortable place.
Got it.
You know,
there was a case of a woman sneaking into a prison with a gun in her vagina.
That's a very accommodating vagina or a very small gun?
It went off.
Or both.
Good lord.
Oh my god.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
So back to the business at hand. I guess I'm just gonna like kind of
We're gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that.
I'm comfortable with leaving it at that,
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, so I
shot myself in the uterus.
She survived.
So my thinking is like is sort of like go in and like kind of like.
Are you putting your?
Trying to
Are you
find
going to put
some
your
excuse.
sword and shield in the box? Because if you're not putting your sword and shield in the box, you're not going anywhere else.
I was gonna put him in the box.
Okay, so you put them in the box, and she seals it, and then makes a gesture with her finger, and a little magical rune comes over there to lock it. And then she picks the rune off of the box and hands it to you. Here you go. Come with me, and then
so
she
this-
leads you downstairs. So we'll come back to that. These two disappear. Bardatos is going downstairs. What's everybody else doing at the moment?
I'm trying to just sort of lay low. I don't have enough charisma to really do anything without screwing it up here. I'm thinking, so I'm just kind of holding back in case we need backup.
Okay, so you guys just want to kind of chill out and drink while Bardatos does his thing?
Guess so. Like,
I guess.
All right, so
Maybe Martinique should try some seduction in the meantime too. I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna move from the orc table over to the guys who were.
I don't want to like put
Okay.
suspicion.
These are Zenobians. These two people are Zenobians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not. If I go over, do they look uncomfortable? Then I'm there.
They don't seem especially uncomfortable, although they're like, "What are you doing at our table? What do you want?"
I just start asking.
Did
just
we ask
talk
you to
about-
join us?
Okay.
Piss off.
Then I'll leave.
They don't seem especially friendly.
I don't care if they get killed by the orcs.
Okay.
That's all.
Anybody else got anything, or should we go to the Bardatos bit?
Let's go to the Bardatos bit. I want to keep my ear out for hearing if there's any trouble. But
So they opened a door here, and all you could see were like some hanging silk curtains. And as soon as they shut that door, that like you can't hear anything beyond that. There's no, you got no
Okay,
sound, no inkling. There's really nothing you can do. In fact, you can't even see the door once they close it. You don't even see you can't even see the seams of it anymore.
Well, fuck.
All right, so Bardatos, Claire leads you downstairs, and you're in what is they're like silk cushions, and it's very elaborate, and you're going down a hallway. She takes you down a hall, and you can tell that there are rooms. You hear some of the muffled sounds of pleasure coming from some of the rooms that you passed. She takes you past a couple closed doors to an open door, and she's like, "Barbara, we'll be right with you." And then she motions you inside.
Okay, so I guess I'll kind of let. Is there anything like interesting about the hall, or is it just like
Nope.
a normal hall with some
It's
doors?
just
that look like
it's a very nice, tasteful, well decorated wooden hallway. When you come into this room, it is a nice, elaborate bedroom with like some soft red lighting. There are satin sheets. There's a mirror on the ceiling. Standard sort of, operating equipment. There's a decanter of wine over on the table. There's a tankard of. There's like a pitcher of ale. Some light refreshments. So.
Well, just letting you know, so you know how hard it'll be to get to you. You better be prepared to be peed on.
And after a minute or two, you go into the room, and after a minute or two, very clearly a working girl comes in. She's very attractive. She has large buxom breasts, brown, like black hair. She's very hourglass figured, as you had indicated. She's like, "All right, let's do this." And she comes over and starts gently nuzzling at your neck. She's like, "Are you ready for some showers, baby?" She reaches over and pours herself a glass. She reaches over and pours herself a tankard of ale and downs it
Just
in one
chugs
chug.
it. Yeah, there we go.
And she leads you by the hand over to the bed and pushes you down and begins to disrobe.
You notice the bed has this plasticky cover to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like gesture, like, hold on, this is not really my thing.
What are you saying? Because there's no gesture that does that.
Well, before it's. I was thinking instead of that, I could.
You don't have to be
perhaps
ashamed,
pay you
lover.
for
I know
some
what you like.
No, I don't. I think there's been some miscommunication here, so let me communicate clearly. I'm gonna hold.
I think we're all about clear communication here, and she has pushed you down forcibly onto the bed and is now straddling your waist.
Okay, I guess I have to like break a grapple, don't I?
Are you gonna like have a physical altercation, or you just want to push her off of you?
wanna,
You're not
like,
being
push-
grappled, so it's nothing that it's nothing. You can just roll over and set her aside if you want to do so.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do.
But I thought, I mean,
I'm just gonna kind of like.
Oh, I
gesture
get
like-
it. And she's like, money up front. No, that makes sense. You're one of those sorts who likes to. You want to pay first. I get it. Okay, 100 gold, baby. Put it on the table. And she walks back over to the table and chugs another tankard of ale. She's like, I got a full load. If you know what I mean.
I am waiting for the line of, do you know how much liquid I drank?
So I was thinking 200 at just for information on
Oh, you're
Menalia
not one of
and
those
the
weirdo
orb.
talky guys, are you? Who just like wants me to hold you and tell you you're a good boy? Look, I just want to pee on you. Let's get this over with. I actually have to go really bad. I had a lot of water. This is a simple transaction. Let's just.
I don't want to. I don't want to be involved in this.
Well, then why are you here?
Like
You're being suspicious.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to get information about Menalia and Everina and what happened to Zenobia's orb.
I just pee on people. I don't know anything about orbs or even Menalia. I've never even spoken to Menalia. I just work here. Who's Everina? Is that what's his name's daughter, the weird one with the hair? Looks like she's got no soul because somebody stole it out of her and her dead black eyes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know those people. Do I? I hate my job.
I mean,
she goes over and there's a bell pull on near the door, and she's going over to pull the bell.
I'll pay her something.
Yeah, I was
just let her pee on you. It'll be less suspicious.
Yeah.
Do I need to summon the help? I'll call Pedro.
Ooh.
You
shit.
could say you want a guy to pee on you.
I've got a feeling the only person more upset than the pee person, if you leave without being peed on, is going to be Soul Setter.
Yeah. You're being weird, man. Just let her pee on you.
You might like it. Give it a try. You know? You never know.
You're being weird, man. Just let her pee on you.
Stop making it weird.
I'm posting
If
that.
you come up here not smelling of ammonia, he's going to be really upset.
I won't be upset. I'm just like,
You're
going
being weird,
downstairs.
man. Just let her
You're taking a scientific interest.
Just give her the money and let her pee on you.
I think I'll just. I've changed my mind, but I'll still pay you for your time. So I'll just like hand her.
Okay, I get. Is this your first time? You're just gun shy. Look, it's fine. I mean, we can. You should have just told me that you're. Just if you're green, that's fine. Just say it's your first time. I didn't. Maybe I came on a little strong. I'm used to people who have been here before. If you want a little romance, I mean, we can. Maybe we can talk and chat a little bit. That's not the way this usually goes, but if we're gonna chat, it can't be for too long because I really gotta go.
Well, I've as a bard, I've performed in in places like this, but I've never been a customer. If you understand.
I get it. You're just shy about your first time. Well, here, come here and have a glass of wine. First, put the money on the table, though.
Actually, that sounds like quite an awesome transaction because you must be incredibly frustrated over the fact that you haven't been able to play bagpipes the entire fucking game. So is it, she
Enjoying my bagpipes.
she miturates on you. You play the bagpipes for her.
I'll pay you 100 gold to listen to me play the bagpipes. That's the weirdest sex worker transaction of all time. No, I went to his house and I thought, I was like, what are we going to do? And he's like, no, just sit here while I play the bagpipes. And then he played the bagpipes at me.
I guess you'd have to call
it's
that oral
it's like
sex.
it's like disrobe while I play a sexy tune on the bagpipes. I think
I'm going to play the
totally
bagpipes
Russian
naked.
speech,
You're going to be naked. I blow the bagpipes,
Wait,
you blow
really?
me
Is
at the
that
same
what
time?
Well, I mean, 100 gold's 100 gold, I guess. If you put it on the table and that's what you want, okay, sure, I guess. And she's like, get him out.
Get him
All right, this is perfect. I'm gonna pull out the bagpipes.
Do you put the gold on the table? Because she's not gonna let you pipe at her until you have paid her.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put like the 100 gold like gem on the table.
I mean,
Okay.
Forget the bell.
As soon as you
bloody
place the
paper-
money on the table and get out the bagpipes and start bagpiping, she will strip while you pipe.
Hell yeah!
As you cry tears of joy, being
She's
able
like
to
swinging
bagpipe.
around on one of the bedposts.
Finally.
She's
The
doing like
party
a.
found the only way to force the DM to let the bard play the
Bagpipes happen.
bagpipes.
Yeah,
She's
this is
doing.
gonna be. I'm gonna do a 30-minute freeform jazz.
Oh, you're not
Odyssey.
going to get 30 minutes for 100 gold, friend. You get one song.
And now my rendition of Miles Davis on the corner.
So you get a
On the
four.
bagpipe.
You get a.
So it'll be an 8-minute version of "Pour Some Sugar on Me."
You get a 4-minute song off while she does some pole work on the posts of the 4-post bed, and at the end of it, she is nude. And then she's like, "Okay, we're done here," and she collects her gem and leaves the room. Well, actually, she collects her gem and then steps through a door you didn't see in the back of the room into what appears to be some smallish closet, and you can hear her urinating loudly.
Much like you do when you blow the wings off flies.
And once
Okay.
the door to the what it clears to be some commander of water closet closes, the original gal comes back and opens the door, and she's like, "You're a fucking freak. I don't
Wow.
don't you never come back here. Get your shit and get out. Never come back ever." Seriously,
I'm
go
gonna
or I'm calling
subsidize-
Pedro and the boys.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, you pack away your
What are
pipes,
her
and she
issues?
follows you up to the top of the door, opens it, and puts her foot on your ass and pushes you out back into the main bar. And she's like, "Seriously, never come back ever." And then the door closes.
I'm gonna come over and check and see if you're okay. What happened, man?
Well, come over here
Well-
and share the story.
So, I had a wonderful time with a very nice young woman. A good time was had by all, and I really got to explore myself and really put on the kind of performance that if I had kids, they'd be
Everybody
proud
but
of.
Bardatas and Martinique make a perception check.
And my passive perception.
Okay. Slex, what'd you get, Tink?
Just gotta find it. Just a second. 19.
So
16.
Okay, Tink, you and Slexy notice a scantily clad woman comes out here and whispers something. She comes from that door from downstairs, whispers something into this lady's ear, and then goes back through the door.
Oh my god.
And the lady's face, which she's been basically motionless the entire time, but suddenly she is frowning greatly. And she stands up.
What's the word for musical prejudice? Because we've been subjected to that for this entire campaign.
I'm over here. I'm away from everyone.
That's fine. She looks in the
Don't
way
worry
and
about the
stands up
orb,
and walks to the
probably.
bar, and she starts looking around. What's everybody doing?
I mean, I'll order another glass of wine.
So you're trying to get the attention of a barmaid. Biddy, Tink, what are you guys doing?
Have we? Are we cognizant of the story? I mean, has this been shared with us yet? Or
You did not
I'm not-
notice. You did not notice any of this, either of you. Well, Tink, you did. You noticed the Biddy's just, I guess, sitting here drinking.
Well, I explained to him what I've just seen.
You're like, hey, that lady came and whispered into what's her name's ear, and now she's standing up. And Menalia is scanning the room.
Yeah, I've just been sitting in the back watching everyone.
But I wasn't. I'm not aware that Barditas has come upstairs.
I mean, they're still over here in this darkened corner. While she's scanning the room, you see her look over and she spots Bardatas, and she's like, "Oh, okay, Jill, baby, you got to come. Hey, Fruit Man, come over. You two, come over and bring your friend. You two, come over here."
Oh boy. You didn't do anything weird while you were in there, right?
I mean, I gave her a pipe and if that she'll never forget.
So, do you guys are you guys going to go over to Menalia?
Yeah.
Did you
Walk
refuse
over
her
to her.
urine?
Oh, so you guys are here, and she's like,
Again.
"I don't know what you're into, baby, but I just thought you wanted someone to pee on you. But you're a fucking freak. I don't want you in my place anymore. You don't ever get to come back here, and you and your friends, you go away and you never come back. Do you understand? I mean, there's a level that we can have, and I'm not going to let you pipe at my girls. That's not okay."
I mean, isn't that what kind of piping?
No,
did you
baby,
do?
I'm not gonna hear anything from you. You come into my place and pay a woman so that she will listen to you play the bagpipes? No, this is not okay. This is fucking weird, freak,
But
nasty
Marty's
shit.
gonna-
I mean,
Marty's
if you want
gonna
some
throw
creepy,
around-
if you want some crazy love, you'll come to the right place. But if you're looking to abuse someone with sound, this is not okay. We don't do that here. You get out of my bar and don't ever come back.
Marty's gonna start apologizing profusely. He's like, "I'm sorry. Look, this is my buddy. This
She's
is the first
emphatically
time
pointing
I
to
didn't
the
know
door.
what pipe laying meant. I apologize. Look, take it easy on him. He's a virgin. He didn't know what the pipe laying meant. You know how bards
Okay,
are.
don't even try and convince me of this, baby, because if you're going to pay a woman so that you can play the bagpipes at her, we both know this isn't your first time. That's a level of freak nasty that nobody gets up to on their first time. I'm sorry, baby. You are clear. Just, please, you and your friends, you must leave right now.
Can I do some kind of like?
Okay, that's it. I've had enough.
persuasive-
Smelly Anne! And
Oh, no.
Fuck.
we're gonna roll initiative now.
Here we go. The other thing.
Dude, do we have to roll initiative even if we plan to not partake?
You
I mean,
guys,
I was
you
gonna
still
leave.
need to roll because I need to place you in the initiative order, so
Fair,
you will
fair.
need to roll.
In case something happens and I need to do something.
Can we all have a compassionate bonus on every roll during this combat for the ingenious way it came about?
Hold on a minute. I gotta set some stuff up here.
This is
So-
pretty good.
Roll an initiative.
Hold on, I'm spreadsheeting. You guys roll, but don't tell me your rolls yet.
I was trying to get us not kicked out, but
Ooh.
apparently the espionage segment of the
Yeah, no, I think we're talented in many areas, but working out a plan of how to break in just didn't seem to be one of them.
Hey, first rule of undercover. When something happens, you just go with it.
Just go bagpipes
Yeah.
out, just whatever happens, bagpipes.
Just let it pee on you.
Admit
Don't be
nothing,
weird.
Deny everything. Make counter accusations. That's how you do it.
That's
Tell him you got a
right.
warrant. He didn't tell you how to warrant, dude.
She
Like,
asked me to
it
play the
works.
bagpipes. You could have pitched
Yeah.
that. That might have worked.
When a girl comes, hey, I'm going to pee on you. You go, oh well, I fucked up. Gotta let her pee on me.
Silk, what'd you get?
This is the premise for my hubris.
21.
Okay. Colonel, what'd you get?
12.
Flex?
Well,
Oh, actually 15, sorry.
15 for the Colonel. All right. Tink
6.
and Biddy.
25.
All right. So let me get these in order. Okay. Whoop. That's sorted you by alphabetically by name. Is not really what I wanted.
The DM has punished us for our bagpipe sins.
don't be weird. Let her pee on you.
I know, it's like we are being punished.
Okay, if you went and
We're being
asked the sex worker which was weirder, getting paid to listen to someone play the bagpipes or getting paid to pee on someone, 10 out of 10 sex workers are going to tell you it's the bagpipe thing.
Yeah, I kind of have to.
Not in Scotland.
Good point.
I mean, I like bagpipe.
I think
Or
even in
Northumbria, or Normandy, or plenty
I
of
mean,
other
no, anywhere, any sex worker will tell you that's weird.
All
Doesn't
right,
matter.
So, Biddy, you are
I
up,
don't really like bagpipe.
and nothing has happened yet. So,
Do we
what do
know
you want to
where
do?
Smelly Anne is coming from? Or
You
what's
have
We just heard the words.
no idea.
You can prep a spell.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess what's the game plan? Are we gonna run or are we gonna fight? Because I'm gonna.
I'm gonna run.
They gotta run.
I'm trying to leave.
The two people at
Well,
this table actually...
some-
Sorry, hold on a second, Biddy. These two people actually beat you.
Okay, they're running out.
They both are fleeing, yes.
Okay, well, if we either should all run or all stay. So I mean,
Well, actually, only those two are in trouble.
Oh my god, who are you?
If they're, dude, I mean,
Slex's plan is just to be like,
He's just
hey, I don't
turned into
fucking
a
know these.
completely different person.
I don't fucking know these guys.
We are here to gather information, and I don't want to upset that by associating
exactly.
myself with
It's not-
them.
I'm
It's
not
not
with
a
these
wrong-
guys. I don't fucking know these guys.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Someone might actually learn something if they're not associated with the party that's getting kicked out.
My character is just socially aware enough to know that.
So what actions do you want to take, Biddy?
I still don't know are we staying or going. I mean, I'm ready to fight if we want to fight, but we're probably gonna get in trouble.
You
if we
kind
do
of
it.
have to make a decision because you're not really in a scenario where you can hash out something with the group.
I don't have time to talk.
I-
Somebody
we're-
like,
we're-
or like,
no,
even
we
just
talk.
like, see
We're
if
still
you
on
guys are-
probation too, aren't we?
Yeah.
You are.
Yes.
Well,
Just
that's
leave.
That's my concern.
What would your character do?
Knowing that you can't break the law.
Well, can't is fungible.
Can't knowingly break the law or you get in trouble.
Yeah, I'll just.
Technically,
I
okay,
don't know.
so if you're worried
assume-
about the legal ramifications, Biddy, this is actually sort of something that would be in your bailiwick.
Okay, all right.
'Cause
Yeah, let me.
you are
okay,
actually doing
does it
an
take action
investigation.
to do a check on this, or
This
or...
is no, you would know this because you're familiar enough with the law that you would know that this sort of like getting in a bar fight in pursuit of completing your contract is not. It's not necessarily a deal breaker. Like you're not supposed to be breaking any laws, but you kind of aren't because you haven't done anything. So
This isn't going to be a bar fight. We're going to end up killing people.
Nope. I'm not killing anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
think
anyway-
that's right, and especially. Okay, so can I talk as a bonus action, or does that take my action?
you can talk
to
on your
shout
turn,
something?
sure.
All right, I want to. Those orcs seem to be friendly toward us. I want to shout something like, these meta assholes are trying to kick us out because they're a bunch of racists against my friends over here.
Okay.
Let's and then I'm gonna walk. I need to walk one square this way, in order to be in range, and I'll cast haste on Martinique.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
And then they'll use the rest of my move to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5 I can go after that? I move one square.
Yeah, you have
forward.
6
I can go
total
5
squares of
back,
movement.
right? So I'll go back here to just sort of get away from whatever is coming.
Okay, so you run up, cast haste, back up. All right, Silk, what are you doing?
Bum, 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 bum.
Hey, Bardatos, you're
Sorry.
up.
Yeah, I had to step away for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna start kind of moving away from this like stage.
Okay, you got 30 feet of movement. Just move where you want to be.
I get 35 with my.
All right, because you have better
my
armor
armor.
now. Yep.
Ooh.
Also, did studded leather improve your armor class any as well? It's base 12,
yeah.
so you're probably like a 17-ish now.
Yeah, let me.
What
yeah.
armor were you wearing before?
It was padded.
So padded is 11, I think.
Yeah.
Let me hold.
So
on
I think I'm up
second,
to
Chad.
12.
Let me look.
Pete, I don't know if you were aware, but your veil has slipped.
Huh?
You got
can
no
see-
block in front of
We
your
can
place.
see. We can see
Yes,
the
I'm
cast.
aware. You can see. Yes, I'm aware. I took that down deliberately.
No, it's working. Believe me, I'm intimidated as fuck.
Let's see. So yeah, your armor class would have just increased by 1, Bardatos.
Yeah, so I'm 17.
Okay.
Is there something there?
And he's probably talking about these 4 figures over here.
Oh, what will soon be those stone blocks?
Maybe.
So I can go 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. I feel like
Be sure to yell, I'm leaving, I'm leaving.
I'm going. I'm just gonna like shout that as I'm like walking this way. I guess I can stand like over
here.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sort of like maybe not like drawing a weapon, but sort of like getting ready to like.
You will probably want to get your shield out because that takes an action to attach a shield.
Yeah, so I'll sort of grab my shield.
Okay,
just
so you
as,
draw
like,
your sword
a-
and attach your shield. All right, and fall back. And then one of these. So this pillar cracks open, and it appears to be some manner. Well, now that it's open, you can tell it is in fact a sarcophagus, and a mummy steps out of it.
Oh, great. Undead.
And that mummy is going to try and punch Bitterroot.
Wow.
Let me get that.
Now, are all of these
So
smelling
went
bad?
for our peaceful retreat.
Well, it's only punching them. Who
Hey, but
knows
it's
what
a
it could...
wizard.
That's true.
He's squishy.
What's your AC, Biddy? Are you there?
He's muted.
Oh, Biddy's muted.
Sorry, I'm here. Apologies, I had myself muted. Sorry.
That's all right. What's
my
your
AC
AC?
7. My AC is 17 right now.
Okay, you are hit. So
I'll cast shield as a reaction then.
Gotcha. So he rolled a 12. And if you want to shield, then it is a miss.
Okay.
Okay, so Biddy has shielded. I want you to also make a DC 11 Wisdom save. Barditas.
Not me.
Yep. So this mummy is glaring, but he is not glaring at you, Biddy. He walked up and punched you, but he's glaring at Barditas.
Right. 18.
Okay, so the mummy glares at you, and you don't give a shit at all. Like, you are not at all intimidated by that mummy. And Colonel.
There's just the one guy that's appeared.
One mummy has stepped out from its sarcophagus.
One mummy appeared and punched my wizard in the face.
He did, in fact, come out and try and take a swing at your wizard, but Biddy threw a magical shield up in front of his rotting, wrapped fists. Oh, actually, hold on a second, Colonel. I'm sorry. In between your turn, these two Zenobians. That waitress.
Remember, Martinique, you have both haste and if we've been here for less than an hour, you still have Fortune's Favor active on you, so you get to re-roll either one die that you roll like a save, or you can make an opponent who's attacking.
Some of the patrons appear to be, and actually this lady runs downstairs. They appear to be beaten feet. It seems like some of the patrons, you got the impression that these people were regulars, and the staff.
Know what's happening?
The staff appears to be like, yeah, okay, I've seen this before, and they are making for the exits. And now it is your turn, Carl.
Okay. I mean, I think I'd like to just dash over here.
So your movement is currently doubled because you are hasted. So your base movement is 60 feet, but hopping over that bar will count as 2 squares.
I'm good with that. I'll still have plenty of movement. 4, 6, and hop up on the bar here.
Okay, make an athletics check for me if you want to jump up on the bar and still be fighting.
I do. This is a very swashbuckling type of maneuver.
You're good at athletics. So there's a reason.
I'm good at acrobatics. I'm not good.
You can also use acrobatics if you want to use that to vault on top of the table. Also appropriate. Yeah.
Almost.
I got a 14 with acrobatics.
So you come over, do a parkour maneuver, slide across the bar, and then run over around the other side and do like a cartwheel up onto the bar, and are now prepared to do battle. Aha! I'm assuming you drew your shield and sword.
Oh, absolutely. On God.
So attaching your shield does take an action. That's something we've been not getting right. It does when you put a shield on, it actually takes an action to put a shield on your arm and get it buckled and ready.
You get an extra use object or attack.
You can still make an attack because you are hasted. Biddy is correct. Yep. So
Sweet.
If you want to stab him, but one of your actions was used to make to put your shield on.
Perfect. Then I'll use my other action to swing at the mummy.
Okay.
Ooh, not a good swing. That was a regular attack, so 14?
That's a hit.
Okay. Let's see. Regular damage.
Super tough to hit, so.
D8 plus 5.
Don't forget your sneak attack.
Do I get sneak attack right now?
Biddy's next to you.
Oh, right. In that case.
You and Biddy are fighting, engaged against the same monster.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, no, sorry. That's 2d6, not 2d8. 2d6 plus 1d8 plus 5. 20 damage.
Okay. So the colonel runs up and stabs that mummy right in its rotting chest, and a big puff of dust comes out, but the mummy does not really seem to notice or care. So this lady is gonna dash back over this way. These orcs are like, oh shit, man, I ain't fucking with no mummies. Sorry, you guys are on your own. And they are
go to jump out that window.
So much for all the friendship that our furbolg kindled over there.
These guys are low level. They know when they're outmatched.
And they're smarter than we are.
I mean, they also don't particularly know that I'm with you, maybe.
Oh, that's right. You've just been...
You guys all walked in together, so... And you've been hanging out and chatting with each other, so...
I mean, I've been staying over on this side away from everyone.
That is true.
These people are also moving. And Manalia runs and goes down to the passage downstairs. This lady actually also goes with her. Let me get rid of the extraneous stuff for people who aren't around anymore. Okay, and now it is...
I just imagine the guy outside. Please don't burn it down.
He sees people run out of the brothel 10 minutes later. He's
After
like,
we go in,
So this
He's like,
this
he's like, "Oh,
sarcophagus
God damn
cracks
it."
open as well, and a large... This mummy is somewhat larger than the others and appears to be wearing a dress. It's like ragged, and she seems unspeakably desiccated. Like the other mummies look sort of like a classic mummy. You know, just like a dead body that's been tightly bandaged up and is whatnot. But this one has like... It's like a mummy, except without all the juiciness. If you could take a mummy and somehow further dehydrate it, that's what this looks like. It's unbelievably stonk and skinny. It looks almost more like a skeleton than a mummy, except that it's wearing what appears to be like a dinner dress made out of mummy rags.
huh.
And it doesn't... Like, when the sarcophagus opens up, you get a kind of a whiff that smells like death and dirt, and also dust and old. It smells old. And that mummy comes out and wanders up and punches at Bartitas.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw a cutting word as a reaction for that.
You might want to wait and see if she hits before you cutting words. That is a miss. And what's your AC? 17?
Yeah.
Also a miss. So that mummy comes up and goes and punches at you, but misses twice. And then it is this guy's turn. Gonna be here. And this lady is also going to escape. And now it's Lucky's turn.
So everyone's running towards the door.
These people here are very clearly running for the exit. Yes, these people are also running for the exit. These people appear to be running for the exit. It looks like some of these people are going to go jump out of windows. Some of them are running for doors. So
I can move 30 feet.
that's 25. You got 5 more if you want
it. Can I move there?
You could be here, but not there. So you went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That would be 35, but that's 30.
Okay. Yeah, I'll smack the mummy with my hammer, I guess.
Okay. Womp away.
Oh my god.
You're like, hey.
Who's going to bail us out?
Well, it's a mummy.
I mean, you were the only
bar
person.
Fights are kosher. We'll just show them our contract next time and hopefully get out of trouble. We'll
Mummies
see.
are mindless undead. They're not like people generally.
Yeah, they're not. We're not.
It's,
Mummies aren't.
it's like a construct. It's not a...
If you destroy a mummy,
17.
you are not killing someone. This is not a murder. What'd you get? I'm sorry.
17 plus 9.
So 23, that's definitely a hit. Actually, 26. Definitely hits.
6 plus 6, 12 damage.
Okay, so hold on a minute. Some quick math. So 12 damage?
12 damage.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. So then this sarcophagus cracks open. Oh no, he's accidentally killed a patron.
No doubt that'll get pinned on us.
Racist down. No. And this man comes over here and he's going to try and punch you, Slexy. Slex, you don't have your shield on, correct?
No. Because I just ran over and smacked.
What's your shieldless AC? Well, it doesn't matter. He rolled a 1.
It'll be 15.
He missed. He rolled a 1. I do want you to make a DC 11 Wisdom save, however.
Okay. $17.
Okay. So he glares at you, and you're like, this is just a fucking mummy. I don't give a shit. I've seen mummies before. You are not afraid of his dreadful mummy glare. And then this sarcophagus cracks open, and another mummy steps out. Colonel, I would like for you to make a DC 11 Wisdom save as well, as this mummy is also glaring at you.
I rolled a 15, so 17.
You got to add more than 2 to your... Oh, it's wisdom. Okay, that might be right.
Wisdom
Okay,
bonus, yeah.
anyway, you made it. It's fine. The mummy is like, "Meh," and he glares at you with his baleful, glowing green eyes, and you don't give a single shit because you had scarier shit in your pants this morning when you woke up.
Yeah, I flip him the bird.
All right, Tink, you're up.
Man, I don't know what to do. This is terrible.
Zenobians count as undead, right?
Sort of.
Well, if I use turn undead.
You cannot turn a Zenobian.
No.
They are not
Okay.
turnable because they are not minus.
But mummies
undead.
aren't Zenobians, I don't think, right?
Mummies
Like,
are not
just
Zenobians,
normal
no.
undead.
Well,
Okay.
you could mummify a Zenobian. Okay, so Zenobians are like a race that's just not alive. So if you killed a Zenobian and then used the create undead and turned that Zenobian into a mummy, you could have a mummy of a Zenobian, but it's not a Zenobian anymore. It's just a mummy at that point.
Okay. Well, that's kind of what I meant, is I don't want to.
Yes,
I
if
wanna
you
use
try
turn
and,
undead.
if you try and turn undead, you cannot turn a Zenobian. They are not turnable.
Okay.
What does turn undead do? Even?
It is a thing
just
that
makes
clerics can do where they present their holy symbol and it can make undead run away.
It's
Undead will run away from you.
And some forms of weaker undead will actually be destroyed.
Yeah, I
great.
can
Attacked by a horde.
just instantly destroy any undead below a certain level.
I think challenge rating 1/2, I think, for you right now.
Yeah.
Is that a passive skill? Can I do that? Or is it like
It's a
can
channel
turn-
divinity.
It is, yeah, it takes a use of your channel divinity, and you do have turn undead, think, yes.
Okay, so what is the distance in 1 square?
5 feet.
So if I move here, am I capable of seeing those two characters, the two mummies, but Word of Radiance won't hit them both, no?
Correct.
Because
So Word of Radiance only hits stuff that basically that's adjacent to you. It needs to be in a square next to you.
Can I cast a furtive look and see what this crew are doing? Are they running? Are they about to leap out the window, or what are they doing?
Which crew?
In the top right corner.
They are running. They appear to be
phone.
about to dive out of that window.
Okay, fine.
What would you do if you were in a bar and a bunch of mummies came out of sarcophaguses?
The matron of this house spoke a word, and suddenly
Attacking
all the
patrons.
patrons are jumping out of windows.
I don't know about you, but I would also look for the nearest exit, and if it was a window, well, I'm going to find a chair and dive through it.
Well, let's have a crack at. Because I don't know if Toll the Dead's going to work on these guys. Necromancy.
Do you have turn undead?
He does.
I do.
Every cleric has turn undead. Your channel divinity may also use other things, but turning undead... Actually, I don't think turning undead even takes a charged channel divinity, does it?
It does.
I don't think so, because you just
No, it doesn't.
It says channel
you
divinity.
just pull out
turn
your
undead.
holy symbol and
Channel divinity. Okay, turning undead is one of the things you can do when you channel divinity. Yeah.
It's the
Because I,
cleric. Just
'cause I only have Twilight Sanctuary and turn
Correct.
undead.
Everybody can turn undead, though. Yeah, every cleric, regardless of their domain, can turn undead.
Well, I won't have the level of frustration that Barditas has had his inability.
I'm in a better spot to do it.
His inability to play his bagpipes, namely that we've been surrounded by these undead in this area, and I haven't felt the urge to cast Turn Undead. However, this is a slightly different situation. The skeleton, I will Turn Undead on.
So you attempt to turn undead. All right, you get out your holy symbol and say a prayer to Chandria, and I will make some saves. Okay, so actually, nope, that guy didn't need to roll because he's not close enough. Okay, you turn undead. These two don't seem to care. This guy looks afraid. Anything else? Nick?
Well, that's it, right?
Yep.
I mean, I moved and cast a spell.
Okay, so you turn, and Biddy, you're up.
Oh, I will say, actually, I wish I'd had the opportunity for us all to try create the results of create food and water, because we're going to get used to gruel, believe me.
I believe in the strength of our legal team.
Why?
Yes, well,
Hey, Biddy did a good
hey, look,
job
we got
last
off
time.
on a lot of murder charges.
He
once.
got you released from a murder charge without even having to post fucking bail. And you're questioning his chops?
That could have come from anywhere. For all we know, the judge was handed a note saying, "Let these guys off. They've got important work to do."
Well, in the meantime,
we're good.
while I
Vinny did
contemplate
good
our
work.
forthcoming-
I like to believe that.
Well, I did. I fucked up and then I didn't fuck up, but we'll see what happens this time around. You know,
That
get a
was-
roll
yeah.
of the dice. But you know, so first of all, am I able to just sort of plumb my knowledge and see if I know sort of the basic properties of a mummy? Like,
you would need to
is there a
take
check or
you would
something
need
I
to
can
take
do?
an action to study the mummy.
Is that an action? Okay.
Yes,
okay,
it would be
never
a
mind
knowledge
then.
religion check for you to do that, and it takes an action.
Okay, I won't waste an action on that. I will.
Oh, Grady also, as soon as he saw Pete, he's like, "Oh, I told you not to burn it down, god damn it!" And Grady runs off.
I was
No,
wondering.
Grady, no.
Grady had misplaced his
Sons
faith
of
in it.
bitches, he says as you're running into the distance. Oh, actually, this lady.
What I will try to do is use momentary stasis on Smelly Anne over here.
Is there a
Oh,
save
is
for
that
that?
Smelly
See if
Anne?
she responds.
Is there a save for that?
Pardon?
Is there a save for that?
Yes, she makes a Constitution save against my spell
Gotcha.
save, which is
Okay.
17. if
She is stasis.
Okay, so she's frozen until my next turn. Although damage removes the effect, so nobody damage her until
Okay.
my next turn.
So Biddy
Um,
puts a swirl of time, and Kelly, or Smelly Anne, appears to be engulfed in the time, and within this square, everything stops moving. It's like time is stopped in this particular square.
So she can't see or hear?
She is completely frozen in time.
Okay.
I believe it is.
Yeah,
They are
just-
incapacitated, are they not, Biddy?
Yeah, incapacitated until my next turn.
Yeah.
With a speed. Yeah,
So
incapacitated.
if you
with a
want
speed
to
of
attack
0.
her while she is incapacitated, you could do so, and it would be an automatic critical. But
It
that
will
will
also
end the
unfreeze-
that will end the
unfreeze her,
effect.
but-
Correct.
Well, I was
Up
just
to you.
thinking to turn undead, so.
It would, yeah. While she's
Oh,
within a
yeah.
time stasis, that will not work.
She'll ignore it. Yeah. But I'm just trying to get her off our back for a turn here, and that's basically all I can. That's an action, and I don't want to run away or anything, so that's all
Okay.
I can really do with my turn.
All right,
hold-
Silk,
hold
you're up.
fast.
Oh, wait a minute. We got people. Hold on a second. This lady runs and dives out the window.
Freaks glass.
This lady didn't quite make it. And this man also dives out a window. Okay. Oh, and that lady gone. Okay. Good. All right. So,
I'm thinking about doing some crowd control, like throwing a major image and seeing if we can get the three that are left to turn their focus to something.
Well, one's been
Um,
turned as well, so we only have 2 that we have to worry about at the moment. I think, at least for this.
what's your illusion going to be to try and attract the attention of these mummies?
They are mummies. They're not
Let's
very
see
smart.
here. Mummies like
Daddies?
Yes.
Ah.
And we know daddies go out for smokes and definitely come back every time.
Every time.
It's a mummy. Mummies like what? I don't know. What are you going to make, like Chippendale dancers? I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah,
What do
like,
mummies like? You're just going to make
going
an
out for
image
a
of a
smoke.
babysitter?
So
It's a school
mummy
bus. Moms like school buses.
Okay, I know what a mummy would like. It's a
I'm just-
box of wine.
Box wine. Funny.
Topical.
And it's a box of wine, and also next to it is a restraining order that was filed on her by her ex-husband Scott. That's
Where are you going to put that?
I'm gonna put it sort of.
I believe the range on that spell is 60 feet, so it needs to be within 60 feet of you. Use that D4, can be your...
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. than 60 feet, so I want to drop it like here.
Okay, so a box of wine and a restraining order appears in that square.
It is now Biddy
Yep.
Killer.
Anything else?
I'm gonna have it like, maybe like sparkle or something to try to draw the attention of our mummies.
Okay, a sparkly box of wine and restraining order appears over there. Got it.
I'll give Bart a
All right.
I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work.
It looks like a drop from a video game. Except it's a box of wine and a restraining order.
You got boxed wine.
Oh, you know how video games make stuff shiny when you need to pay attention to it? It has that effect.
It's like Diablo, right? You look in the corners, and it's just a little sparkle.
I mean, like I have a reasonable shot of them not hitting this if their wisdom is as bad as I think it is.
The mummy needs daddy badly.
Okay.
Yeah, green elf needs food.
What did that
And then
achieve?
otherwise, I'm gonna try to since this one's like stop in time. Can I move away without triggering a reaction?
She threatens no squares currently because she is incapacitated. You can walk away from her without getting opportunity attack. Yes.
Woohoo! There's a window right
You
here.
may step away from Smelly Anne if you please.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of I'll throw it and move.
Okay.
Just kind of like get a little distance.
So this mummy is going to try and punch the Colonel because the Colonel stabbed it in the heart.
That seems fair.
Colonel,
I mean,
make a
yeah.
DC 11 wisdom. Oh, never mind. You already made one, did you not? You did. Okay, never mind.
I did last turn.
You're immune to the baleful glare of mummies once you passed your save.
Oh, sick.
What's your AC?
20.
Okay, that's a miss. And a miss. So that mummy paws at you ineffectually twice.
Ha ha.
This is a pretty low rent joint, right? I mean, if these are what count for the bounces.
Yeah, lower rank. Colonel, you are up.
Can I take an action
Oh,
to
hold on a
do insightful fighting?
Sure. Although,
Bonus-
if you're going to attack this guy, you don't need to because he's still being threatened by Bitterroot. So
Oh, that's right. Well, maybe I'll save it for Smelly Anne later. So
you can
maybe I'll
actually you could do it on Smelly Anne now if you like.
Oh, that's true.
You don't have to do it to the thing you're fighting. It's just an effect that lasts.
All right, I'm gonna do an insight on her whole gig.
Make an insight check for me.
15 plus 8 is 23.
Okay. You are insightfully fighting Smelly Anne.
Cool. And I'm gonna just hit this guy.
Okay.
Do I get an extra attack from
You do
haste?
because you are hasted. So you have your regular actions.
I forgot to mention you have +2 AC as well from haste, so you actually have 22.
Oh,
It doesn't
plus
matter,
2?
but
Sick.
also advantage on a deck.
You have an action from your haste that can be used for one of a couple things. One of those things is making an attack with a melee weapon.
All right. Well, first I'll use my regular attack, and
Dagger.
Do I get advantage on the attack when he's like with the sneak attack thing?
I
or is
will
that
actually
just-
say you have advantage here because you're on top of a bar stabbing down. And having a height advantage is a reason to have advantage. So, yes. In this case, because you're doing dashful fighting from atop a bar, you have advantage.
Okay.
Also, it looks cool.
Also, it looks cool. That is correct, yeah.
The swag is half the battle, right? That was an 18 plus 8 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
1d8, 2d6. Okay. 11 damage.
Okay.
And I'll use my hasted action to
That's fine. Just poke him again.
attack again.
Stab! And then stab again!
Stab! Stab twice!
Thanks to the magical power of Bitterroot, I may stab again.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Abrasive stabs.
Oof. 12? Is that a hit?
It is a hit.
Okay. These guys aren't hard to hit then.
They are not.
Oh wait, no, I only get to use my
No sneak attack this time. Yeah, you can just keep the 8. So
8 plus 5 is 13.
got it.
Okay. That's me.
All right, so the Colonel stabs that mummy again, and part of its arm seems to crumble away, and then she stabs it again in the face, and it's looking pretty rough. It looks much the worse for wear. Smelly Anne is still caught in a temporal vortex. Some more of these people jump out the fucking window. Would be these people. And it is Lexi's turn.
I'm gonna turn undead.
Okay.
Everyone within 30, or any undead within 30 feet of me
What's
must.
What's your save DC?
14.
Got it. Okay.
Wow.
So they appear to be very frightened of you, Lexi?
Yeah, they must spend their turns moving away from me.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand
Peach
right here.
backhanding there.
Yeah, sit down, player.
Until they are hurt.
Disengage.
Does he use a disengage action, or can we attack him?
He can disengage.
React.
He has to move away from Slexy. It doesn't say he has to do it in the stupidest way possible.
No, I was just curious if he did.
He did disengage. Yes, that is what he used. Was his action. He chose to
They can
disengage.
use dash, disengage, or whatever they can to get away from me. And they can't be within 30 feet of me without moving away.
Correct. They have to try and stay away. They have to try and stay more than 30 feet away from Slexy, and some of them also 30 feet away. From me.
Yeah, one of them definitely.
For everyone but Pete, they have to stay away from me.
And these two guys also are like, fuck this noise! They're dashing out the window, so they are gone.
If there's no room to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Yeah, they're allowed to dodge if they want. And it is Biddy's turn.
When I move just a couple of spaces, actually. That's about it.
Okay, so your move
Did you say
happened after the turn. Got it.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Biddy.
Any attacks against incapacitated or criticals? Is that what you said? Or
If you attack an incapacitated creature from adjacent, so it has to be an attack that you make from a square next to it. If you attack
Like
it
a
from an
melee.
adjacent square, it is an automatic critical. If you hit.
Okay. But I'm not adjacent. But I could. Well, okay. I'm not gonna do that. Let me think here. I'm just gonna try to. Well, she's still incapacitated until the end of my turn.
Nobody else took a swing at her, so you might as well go ahead and take a shot because that effect's gonna. If you want to hurt her, that effect's
unless
gonna
I want to
end on your
stasis
turn
her
anyway.
again, I could try to stasis her again, right? Stopping that.
I think you get 2 uses a day. I don't know how many uses you get.
I have 4. I get the uses equal to my intelligence modifier. So I
So
get 4
yes, you
uses
could
a
do
day.
it again if you wish.
I'd try to do it to her again and see if that works.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I will make a save.
DC 17 check.
It's a what save?
Constitution.
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 She is once
DC
again
17.
enwrapped in a temporal vortex.
Awesome, and then I'll just move 1. That's 3.
Are we fighting this or are we running?
I'm not running. I'm just trying. I'm a wizard, so I don't want to be next to anything if I can get away with it. So I'm just moving back here to try to get away from our enemies.
Gotcha. Bardatos, you're up
She's
then.
stasis. Okay.
Let's see here. I'm thinking I'm just gonna throw the old Eldritch Blast at something.
Okay.
Probably just this guy here.
Okay, he is hurt. That's the one the
So,
colonel
yeah.
stabbed the shit out of.
Perfect.
Okay, mega roll. Actually, 2 rolls because you're 6th level. So
A 13 and a 2, and my spell attack bonus is a 7. So
20 and a 9. Okay, so the 20 hits, but the 9 misses. That's a D10 plus D10 damage. Or but what's the damage on Eldritch Blast? I don't recall. I think it's just a D10, is it not? I
Yeah, I
used
think
the Eldritch
it's
Blast
1D.
from a wizard, so or from a warlock rather, and you're a bard.
Yeah, 1d10
Yeah,
force
so
damage.
Do a D10 force then.
These guys. I think, right?
Yep.
I think those are D8s.
Yeah, that's an 8-sider. 10s are green.
Okay. An 8.
Okay, 8 damage. All right, so you throw an Eldritch Blast through that guy, and it slaps into his face, and he just collapses into a pile of rags. Mummy is done. Colonel?
And I'm just gonna sort of like reposition so I can get a clean shot at this guy later.
Can also get within Slexy's aura of not getting punched.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Is that the name of the spell?
Or he doesn't want to come close enough to hit it.
Oh, right. Yep.
It literally can't.
Or of not getting punched. This gal is no longer in stasis, right?
Nope, Biddy put her back in.
No, she got redid.
He put her back in.
Stasis.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run along the bar. I
Okay.
have insightful fighting now, and
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna do some stabbies.
Okay, make with the stab.
16 plus 8 is.
So re-roll that, but only roll one die because you don't have advantage here. Oh, yeah,
I
you're
did
still on the bar. Sorry, never mind. You're still on the bar, so you're still.
Aha.
And
yeah.
doesn't insightful fighting give advantage?
It
or
does
was-
not. I've
was
been
it-
getting that wrong. It lets you apply sneak attack, but it doesn't give you advantage.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, but I got my height advantage.
And it is a critical because you hit and she is incapacitated. So roll extra dice. So the dice you're going to roll twice or roll 2 of them. So in this case, it'll be 2d8 plus 46.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, critical sneak attacks.
Yeah.
Don't tickle.
She's getting walloped.
Well, I mean, that could literally be a 6 at the end of the rolls.
I mean, true, but it was a 27
That's
plus
a lot,
8.
actually. You don't
30.
double your bonus for a critical. You still only add that once. You double the dice, not the bonus. So what do you add for damage?
I had 8 for damage.
Oh, okay. So 35.
Oh, no, I had 5. Excuse me. My attack bonus is plus 8, but I add plus 5. So that should be 27 plus 5 is 32.
All right. So the colonel comes over and stabs the holy living shit out of Smelly Anne. So she drives her rapier clear through her fucking chest, all the way up to the hilt, and Smelly Anne comes out of stasis and looks down and goes, "Not hurt. Doesn't hurt at all. Not even a bit. Fake news. The reports of my injury are greatly exaggerated. This does not hurt. This does not hurt at all."
More Mark Twain.
And then she is going to... Oh, it's actually still the colonel's turn. You get another attack.
Yeah, you get an extra attack.
Oh,
Colonel.
that's
Your
right.
haste swing. This one will not be a critical, however. So, well, unless you actually critical, which is possible.
Unless I critical. Which I did not, but it was a...
That is a hit, so it's just a
Hit.
d8 plus your damage.
Great. A normal attack.
Regular stab.
Regular stab is 10 damage.
10 more, alright. The second stab was also bullshit. I was not stabbed twice. I was never stabbed. I've never been stabbed in the entirety of my existence. I don't know what all this talk is of stabbing. And she's going to attempt to
I
force
really want to kill. I really want to kill the Smelly Anne. She's the worst.
What is your AC, Colonel?
22 with haste.
Okay, that missed because of the haste. Alright.
Thanks, haste.
And Slexy, you're up.
Okay. So I guess we're kind of. Oh, what should I do then? Okay. Has she been hurt then?
I mean, the colonel stabbed the holy screaming Jesus out of her, yeah. She has 2
But if you ask
large
her-
rapier-shaped holes in her.
I'll toll the dead.
Okay. Bong! Your DC 15?
Wisdom 14.
14, got it. She does not appear to be inconvenienced by that.
Okay.
You wanted to target her, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes.
Okay, making sure.
I wouldn't say where I am. It's
just for your edification, Slexy, also, that didn't seem to do anything at all.
I know.
No, I mean, not she made her save, as in that spell is necrotic damage on
No,
this movie.
okay, yeah.
She does not appear to be worried about
That's
necrotic damage.
I get what you're saying. I don't think I have any bonus actions, really.
Okay, you can just be done, that's fine.
Oh, spiritual weapon. I'll spawn a spiritual weapon behind her.
Okay.
Is that radiant damage with the spiritual weapon?
It is force damage.
Force damage.
Take a swing.
Fuck, how does that work?
It's just an attack roll where it uses your spell attack bonus. And
18 plus 6.
That is a hit.
D8.
It's a D8 plus something, isn't it?
D8 plus 3.
Yeah.
6.
All right, 6 force damage for Smelly Anne. Got it. Anything else?
That's it. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Gotcha. So that minion backs up. Both of them dodge. This man dodges. This man dodges. Tink?
So, knowing what I know about the undead's resistance to necrotic, with my original intention going to be sort of move in and cast inflict wounds on her, if I do cure wounds, will that have the desired opposite effect?
It does not. And undead are no longer damaged by healing energy, no.
That did used to be the case.
That did used to be a thing, but they got rid of that because it was silly.
I'm showing my age again. Guiding Bolt.
I mean,
You
say
also
you're
have
showing
Word
your
of Radiance, which does radiant damage as well.
It's true.
And you also have a hammer.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Let's so I'll move in to within 5 feet,
Okay.
and we'll hit her with the Word of Radiance.
All right. And that's a Constitution save?
It is, yes.
I do not.
And at 5th level, it's 2d6.
Hold on a minute. Let me find that spell.
I'm telling you, it's Constitution.
That's actually not what I'm looking at. I believe you. I'm looking at something different. I'm looking at a different book because I'm looking to see what radiant damage does to a mummy.
And is there a special sort of extra hit dice because it comes from a radiant personality?
No. Sadly, no, it is not. That's insane. It's okay. Got it. Roll damage.
Okie dokie.
It's 2d6 radiant.
7 in total.
Got it. Okay. And
Nothing more.
I mean, you walk up and radiance, and she goes, and winces a little bit. The bright light does not hurt me. I am not afraid of bright light. We have the most transparent organization at the Body Made, and we are fully aware of having the light shine on our activities. There's nothing untoward to see here.
You will be transparent very soon.
I don't take guff from the likes of turtles.
Turtle races
Total.
everywhere.
Once we've taken back power, there will only be one race of people in the world, and that race will be Zenobians. The pure, the powerful, the glorious civilization. I mean, turtle isn't a slur, but she's being super racist, yeah. She's a Zenobian supremacist. You can tell.
She's not subtle about it.
Yeah, let's burn this place to the ground.
It's your turn, Biddy.
Yes, I'm going to try to stasis her once again.
Okay. And she is locked back into stasis.
Beautiful. It's
Nice.
criticals, boys
Good
and girls, and I will just move 30 feet this way so I can maybe start shooting at those mummies. Is there a window by this table that I'm standing by?
Yes, there is a window right here.
Will I be able to shoot through that window at that mummy outside?
You will, but he will have cover.
Okay, well, I'll still move here. It's a decent enough spot. And I'll end my turn.
Mummy and 5. You've got firebolt, haven't you?
I do. Yeah, I'm going to start shooting firebolts at it if I can.
Silk, you're up.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
It's when it
so
started blasting.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and throw... I actually think I might throw some... I don't want to immediately undo the thing, because We're just gonna have Marty Shanker. So I'm gonna throw. You know, I'll throw the Eldritch Bolt at this guy over here.
Okay. 2d20.
Okay, a 13 and a 5.
What's that?
Plus spell attack bonus is 7, so
What, 12 and 20? Both hit.
All right.
And you can throw those at different targets too, by the way. You're not, when Eldritch Blast, you're not compelled to throw them at the same target.
They both took the dodge action. I hate to be the.
You're right. They both dodged. So that is one hit.
Right?
Roll again. Yeah. Roll those dice again. Then.
Freaking lawyer.
First hit.
Sorry.
No, that's right. I forgot they
Bring it. Shouldn't have brought it up. Do I get like some inspiration for?
Also, still a hit. So they still both hit.
Okay.
You get a 12 and a 13, which are both still hits.
Cool.
Those are d8s.
Let's make sure you. 12.
Okay.
For one bolt.
Well, it's 2, 1 for 10 and 1 for 2.
Oh, okay.
Each bolt does a d10. They don't each do 2 d10.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that's 12. All right, so that is this man. Okay. Anything else?
Not really. I think I'm just gonna kind of hang out and stay by my protector here.
All right, Colonel, you're up.
I'm going to continue to make with the stabs.
All right. Stab away.
I love playing a fighter. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to use my...
Gotta go to the bathroom.
I mean,
Wait,
what'd you get?
Oh, well, 9 plus 8 is 17. Does that hit?
That's a hit, yeah.
All right, cool. We'll do that.
It's a crit, right? Because
it is an automatic critical because she is currently incapacitated. That is correct.
Oh, wait, this is a crit? I thought she was no longer...
No,
I restasis her for the third time.
So this hit is a critical.
I missed that. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
just
trying
wanting
to
to
set you
roll
up
the whole thing.
Biddy's making it easy on you.
You get to keep sneak attack this time again, or no?
Yeah, it's still a sneak attack.
Yeah. So it's a critical sneak attack. Okay,
It is. That's why she
Good.
rolled all these dice.
Good
Beautiful.
score.
Beautiful. That's what I was going for.
29, 24 plus 5.
All right. You shank her real good, and when you stab her this time, you actually stab completely through her chest, and she looks down. I don't have a hole. That's part of the design of the dress. It's Christian Dior. It's backless and frontless in the middle. I'm showing midriff. That's the purpose of this. Midriff. Yes, it is. Yep, midriff. That's what I'm here for.
Does it look like she's
Don't I
doing
look
the
great?
fake news thing?
Absolutely.
We're gonna swing again?
That seems more like the Lagerfeld design, though.
Okay.
I'm still hasted, so I'm gonna keep attacking her, I guess. I'm not gonna point out the fact that I'm apparently elbow deep in her ribcage.
I mean, your sword went through her, and then you pulled your arm back out, and she just has a fist, like a sword and fist shaped hole. Yeah. No sneak attack here though, because once around for sneak.
No sneak attack, but that was I rolled a. Whoop, that was a 12. Ugh, minimum damage 6.
All right. So you stab her real good. She's like, dump. My boss never told anyone to drink bleach, and then she's gonna swing at Tink.
What?
What's your AC, Tink?
21.
You don't have a shield out right now, so.
I do not.
What's 2 less than that? You don't have a shield unless you took an action to attach your shield, which I'm pretty sure you didn't do.
19.
Got it. All right. Well, you are hit then. Let's see.
I'll go ahead and spend a chronal shift to make her reroll.
Still hit.
Oh, well, that sucks.
There's only so much a poor Biddy can do.
Trying to help you guys.
No, it's all right. It's my turn to be punished.
Tink, take 11 necrotic damage. And make a constitution save for me.
Ooh.
Nine.
What do you add to that? Because it's definitely not. It's more than 9.
Con save +2, so 11.
Okay. You feel bad. Real bad. You feel sick. Something you feel
Sorry, what
very
was
much
the number
not
of hits
good.
I took?
Whatever.
Took
11.
You
Yeah,
said
you
11,
took
right?
11 damage, yes. And you feel very, very bad. Got it. Okay. And then she is going to punch you again. That's a hit. Take 13 more necrotic.
Who started this fight?
Sort of Bardatos, kind of.
Sort of Bardatos.
Slexy?
Hey, don't fucking blame me for this. I was just trying to, blow some pipes and
Don't worry,
have a
dude.
good time.
Don't worry. You have my full support about the pipe blowing. And I don't class this as your fault.
You're up, Slexy.
Believe me.
Yeah.
I mean, Bardatos is the one that wanted to do weird stuff with a sex worker, so.
Bardatas is just.
I mean, he's not into water sports, man. That's not his thing.
You could have just had sex.
Yeah. Why'd you have to make it weird?
I mean-
Why didn't you let her pee on you?
You could have just drank wine.
Again?
You made it weird, man.
Wasn't
Made it
weird
weird.
until you brought out the bagpipes. Anyway, Slex, what are you doing here?
The poor bard can't catch a break.
No.
Fuck. Gonna slap my hammer on the ground.
Ism?
Don't forget your spirit weapon is still up too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one for a minute because there's two people over there who got it. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna hit my weapon on the ground. Move towards this guy.
Okay.
And as I hit my weapon on the ground, spirits will come up around my hammer.
All right. So Spirit
And-
Guardians or
Spirit Shroud.
gotcha, Spirit Shroud. Okay.
And it'll be radiant damage, and I will then hit him with my hammer.
Wonk away. Spirit Guardians is a bonus action to cast too, right?
Yeah.
Or Spirit Shroud rather. Yeah.
9 plus 9, 18.
That's a hit.
Oop, you disconnected.
Plus 1d8.
Was I just not?
I think you just died.
I was just idle for. Oh yeah, I think I was clicked onto the.
The
Looks-
ping, actually, your ping went way up for a second. Biddy's is high too.
I'm still here. Can you
Yeah.
guys hear me?
I'll be
That's
right
fine.
back.
Just you can pop back in, Colonel. It's no big.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, your ping is like 800. So
Yeah.
So
I am currently shooting Nazis, so maybe that's part
7,
probably
7
yeah.
and 2 radiant.
7. I'm sorry, 7 blunt bludgeon 2.
7 bludgeon, 2 radiant.
Is your mace magical?
It's a plus 1.
Okay, so yes. All right, got it. And that's this guy. Got it. Okay. So this man is going to try and punch you, Slexy, since he is no longer turned. That's a hit. $14 necrotic. Make a DC. Make a Constitution save for me. DC
What
12.
do I have? 20.
So that passes anything. So you are fine. He's going to swing again. So you took 12 necrotic damage, and his second swing. What's your AC currently?
17.
22.
Not you, Colonel. Select 17. That
17.
is also a hit. And then take 17 necrotic.
Yikes.
So what do I have to roll?
DC 12 on your Constitution save.
So I rolled a 6 and an 8 plus. So I failed.
Okay. You also feel terrible. Real bad. Alright, that's him. And it's this man. He is going to punch at Bardatos. What's your AC, Bardathos?
17.
That's a miss. And so is that. He comes in and paws at you ineffectually. All right, Tink, you're up.
What can I discern about the condition of my opponent?
Looks like she's got a lot of holes in her that probably shouldn't be there and weren't there before you started battling. I'm fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. This is exactly what we planned. The plan was always to have holes stabbed in me until you were ejected from the bar. It was always the plan.
So uncovering my shield is an action, and I wouldn't be able to. I could only do a cantrip after that.
You can't do a cantrip. No, casting a cantrip also takes an action. Fixing your shield does take an action to do.
Is Spirit Guardians a bonus action or something? Is that what people are saying?
Spirit Guardians. Sluxy Spirit Shroud is a bonus action to cast. Because it's kind of intended to be cast as part of a melee attack, but...
Yeah, I don't have Spirit Shroud.
That's a thing Sluxy has for... It's one of his domain spells.
I think I'm going to take the easy way out and withdraw into my shell.
Okay.
So shell defense.
Gotcha. All right, Tink Turtle's up.
Turtle.
Did he?
Somebody needs to finish this Smelly Anne off. So if I firebolt, what are the odds this whole place goes up in flames? I don't want to burn. I don't want to.
Please do it.
Pretty unlikely. Firebolt doesn't really do. Firebolt is unlikely to do collateral damage.
All right, I'm gonna firebolt Smelly Anne. She looks weakened.
And you ignore half cover, correct?
I ignore half cover, right? So I don't have to worry.
Fire away
about Tink being in the way, and he's also using his shell. I assume it's not a big deal. All right. Okay, that is. Excuse me, a 21.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay, and sorry,
2d10.
Yeah. Okay. That is 15.
Okay, so you throw a firebolt at Smelly Anne, and her Christian Dior frock catches fire, and she collapses into a pile of ash. This is fine. I was always ash. We always were ash.
Marty's gonna whip around. Kill thief. You bet.
Yeah.
Stolen my glory, you piece of shit.
I gave you plenty of shots at her.
Anything else? I mean, Biddy did kind of set you up there, so he was setting the table.
You did.
Back
But
here
Marty's
from
just
the
gonna be
mummies.
mad.
You're up, Silk.
Actually, I don't want to move. I don't want to move quite that far. I'm gonna move to here because I want to be in range in case I need a chronal shift.
I'm going to start. It's like I feel like I need to like. I want to throw my Eldritch Blast at somebody again and just.
Okay. So if you Eldritch Blast the man that is next to you, you will have disadvantage on that because you're making a ranged attack at an adjacent target. But you can Eldritch Blast this guy without penalty.
Yeah.
Although he will have cover, so it'll be slightly harder to hit.
Yeah, I can't disengage and then.
Correct. Disengage is an action, right? Well, you can disengage and move, but disengage takes your action.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I'm torn between just trying to get out of the way so I can throw more stuff, or just take a stab. What do you guys think?
Take a stab.
All right, I'll go for the shank.
Stab on me.
Draw your rapier and stab away.
That's always going to be Marty's vote, though.
Bards are versatile. They can fight in melee.
They are.
Bars are pretty good.
They are.
Pretty good at bagpiping, too.
They're just not very good at getting pissed off.
Just a 9.
Okay, 9 is a miss. Colonel?
All right. I'm still hasted.
You are, yes.
So
A few more.
can I go 5?
Your base movement is 60 feet, so.
Okay, I'm just gonna run over here and stab
5,
this.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 55, 50, 55, 60 actually only gets you to here.
Ah, damn.
Assuming you're willing. Well, do you want to run across the top of the bar like a cool guy, or do you just want to jump down and go? Because you can actually get there if you jump down.
I guess I'll jump down then.
Okay, right.
Originally, I was gonna run over the top of the bar like a cool guy, but if I can't reach, then.
Yep, 60 will put you right here if you jump down.
All right.
So the colonel cartwheels off the bar and then dashes over to stab this man. Stab away.
You get to sneak attack on.
She does, because Lexi is next to that man also fighting him.
That was going to be a 19 to hit.
That's a hit. You no longer have advantage, though, because you don't have the height anymore.
Correct. But this is sneak attack damage because he's got...
Yep, you got a friend.
I got a friend. 17 damage.
Got it. Would you like to stab him again? Because you still can.
Oh, I'm still hasted.
Yep.
Heck yeah, I would.
Haste is real good.
Haste is extremely
Haste,
good.
real good.
23 or something.
That's a hit.
9 damage.
Got it. All right. She is dead. Slex, you're up.
I keep being like, you need to use the fortune's favor, but you've literally never missed or had anyone hit you, so you've never had an occasion to use it.
The colonel has missed sometimes. She missed earlier this fight.
That's true. Well, it's probably not worth. It's not worth wasting it on that anyway.
Did I
Maybe
miss
at this point.
You missed one swing, yeah.
At this point, though, since it's going to run out probably after this battle, just use it anytime. Basically,
Sure,
anytime
that lasts
enemy
for an
hits
hour?
you or you miss. Yeah, it lasts for an hour.
Yeah, you're.
But I don't know. I assume we've been here for like, I don't know, 45
Yeah, you've been
minutes
here
or
for a
something.
minute, but it's still it depends on what you do after this fight, but yeah.
That's true. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, you do whatever
You're
you
up,
want
Slex.
with your die.
Yeah, I'll just hit him with the hammer.
Womp away.
6 plus 9, 15.
That's a hit.
Uh, 5 plus 6, 11.
Got it. And you crush him into a puddle of dust. So this man goes "Arr!" and is discorporated into a dirty pile of rags.
Now that move over, or just
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, you can get there and swing at him, sure. You're fast enough.
I can't swing, but
You can move adjacent. You are correct, yeah. And it is then his turn. He's going to punch Bartatos again. What's your AC, Bartatos?
Should still be 17.
17. All right, that's a hit. Take 10 necrotic. And make a DC 12 Constitution save for me.
Didn't make it.
Would you roll a 10?
Yep.
What do you add?
For Constitution, I don't get anything.
Okay. All right. So you feel real crappy as well. And this man is going to punch you again. You are punched. And take 14 necrotic. And that's his turn. Tink, you're up.
So, when I'm buttoned up like this, do I... the audio signals I'm getting from outside, are they all like flanged and
You
phasing
can
and all
hear.
that sort of stuff?
You're not deaf.
No, but is it clear? I mean, because I'm inside the... Okay, fine. If I can hear
you
them,
can't see because you don't have line of sight to anything, but you can like peep out your flap and look if you want. You can like peep out of your shell for a minute and see. So yeah, you can peep. If you want.
Fine, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I probably heard... Was there any audible sound of expiration once old Smelly Anne went down?
I mean, you heard the crackling of flames in a pile of ashes in front of you. So, but
Yeah,
also
fine,
you can just
okay.
peep out. Like you know stuff that's going on around you. You're not. You don't
Yeah,
have
fine,
line of
okay.
sight to anything, but also you're not oblivious to your surroundings.
Okay, well, out I pop. Bloop, bloop.
Okay, you emerge from your shell. That's it.
Isn't that a full turn?
But yeah, it takes an action to go either into or out of.
You can move though.
You still could move if you wish. Yes.
I will not.
All right, Tink is done. Biddy,
Yeah, just firebolt this guy.
fire
Give me
away.
the old 1-2.
Do we need to be concerned about conserving our spells for what might be coming next? Aren't we going to investigate?
I mean, it would
Probably.
possibly.
Yeah, sure. Firebolt's a cantrip, so
We're
there's no-
probably not going to just turn around and
It's a
leave.
cantrip? Wow.
It's a 15 to hit. That hits him, right?
That is a hit. Yes.
All right, damage.
I gave you 2d10, so you can just roll those.
Oh, okay. Well, I just roll. Anyway, it's 13.
13 fire.
13 fire. Yes.
Got it. Okay, when you hit him with that fire damage, he really seems to go up. Like, you can tell that was way more effective than what you've been hitting with previously. Fire seems to work real good. And it is Silk's turn.
Since I'm pretty close to getting taken down, I think I'm going to disengage and move away.
Okay.
That seems reasonable.
There we go.
5, 10.
Yeah.
You can go further if you want. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. You got 10 more squares, or 10 more feet of movement if you want them.
Yeah, I get I get 35, but I think that's a good
All
spot.
right, I keep forgetting
to,
you have better movement. Okay, got it. Colonel, you're up.
Scurry. Stab.
Okay, Colonel's with the stabbing. Stab away.
17 plus 8.
That's it.
God, fighters are so good.
18 damage.
Got it.
Hit again.
Go again.
14 plus 8.
Also a hit.
12 damage.
Got it.
I love my turns.
Tink, you're up. Oh, sorry, Slex. Sorry, I skipped you. Slexy, it's your turn.
I'll just hit him with the hammer.
The Colonel comes over and stab, and this guy's looking real rough. Like, there ain't a whole lot of... some of his robes are... Like, some of his tattered rags are falling off.
Plus 9. 14 plus 9.
That's a hit.
Seven plus 6.
Didn't your spirit shroud add something? Too?
No, I lost it.
Oh, did you fail our concentration check?
Yeah.
Ah, got it. Okay. So 13 damage? And that crushes him into a pile of powdered bone. So you take your hammer and whomp him back down, and his head crushes down into his shoes.
That
He has
probably
been
sounded
defeated.
real good.
I don't care where you're from. That's
And the
gotta
bar
hurt.
is now empty. All
We
of the
should leave.
patrons and everyone has fled the bar. You did see some people run down into some manner of doorway over here.
How sick are our necrotized teammates feeling?
They look real bad. Do you want to take a minute to maybe try and figure out what's wrong with them?
Yeah, probably before we.
Okay,
Move
make a medicine check then. Whoever is interested in doing that, probably it's a Dr. Galapagos DDS kind of thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'll make a
Nice
medicine check. I don't know what I'll. It's not really my skill.
Roll,
But, oh,
make that roll, Tink. Tell me what you get.
I got 17. Oh no, I got 15.
Okay, they seem to be infected with some manner of malady, Colonel, but you're not sure what it is.
I got a 16.
I throw an assist on. Galapagos'
Slexy, you
check.
have mummy rot.
Mummy rot?
Yep. Tink, what'd you get?
14 plus 7, so...
Yeah, they have mummy rot. So Tink, you got was that 22? So you know this is what mummy rot does. So while they have mummy rot, they can't regain hit points. And
Oh, no.
you lose an additional 10 hit points every 24 hours that lapse before you've effectively been cursed by a mummy. You can't be healed, and you lose 10 hit points for every 24 hours that pass while you are still cursed. If you are reduced to 0 hit points by that curse, your body turns to dust and you become a mummy. So
I have
this
remove curse, but I don't have it prepared.
remove curse will repair this. I believe greater restoration also gets rid of it. I don't think lesser restoration does, though I will look.
Yeah, so I mean, it either I don't know. I guess I had you can only change your prepared spells after a long rest, right?
You
Or
do need
is
to
that how it
rest in
works?
order to change the spells that you have prepared. That is correct.
Is it short rest, or can I do it during a short rest? Like,
You need
we
a
take a
long
short
rest to
rest?
change your spells.
Yeah, I need a
During
long
the
rest,
course.
Okay.
So
I guess
lesser restoration fixes blindness, deafness, paralyzation, or being poisoned.
Yeah, you cannot cure this with a lesser restoration. You will need either a greater restoration, a remove curse, a heal, or a wish.
So what did we come here for?
To talk to
Orb.
find the ball, to find the orb.
Yeah,
or
the cursed
alternatively to speak to Melania,
who ran downstairs.
who did run downstairs. That is correct.
yeah.
I've-
Let's maybe go see what's up downstairs, and then we can try. We can go get scrolls
Yeah.
or remove curse
I-
or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
So,
the question is, are you guys going to be all right?
Give me
Yeah, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Give me a quick moment here. So here's the thing. It's kind of late. It's 7. I don't know if you guys want to keep going. I'm totally down with you guys if you want to keep going. But if you also want to just make notes of what spells you've used and your hit point totals and whatnot, and pick it up next time, we can do that. Up to
This
you
is
guys.
Fine with that.
I don't want to try and I don't want to keep everybody here for like a 20-hour session. I know folks got stuff to do.
Yeah,
so-
I might have to get some stuff done after this. So
This
Okay.
is
I
a
wouldn't mind
probably
cutting it.
logical spot.
Okay, so make a note of your current hit points and what spells you have used, and we will pick it up here next time as you guys either go investigate the mystery basement or don't.